Hey nerds, who wants to learn about crafting? I do. Ha ha. Ha. Hey. Here's how hey. Hey, idiot. Hey. So I turned this stream on about 40 minutes ago. And, and I was like, hey, look, they're all there. They're testing the sound. Isn't that nice? So somebody asked just now, hey, how come there's usually a pause or a silent bit before the part of the part where the intro start? And I'm going to assume what you're talking about is this. Right? Like, that's what you're talking about? The reason for that is pretty simple. Is that that's a splash screen that I use so that when I go through the VOD, I'm able to go... Because the Be Right Back like thing and the intro share animation. So if I don't do that, it's really, really hard to find the part where the intro starts. Right? In the VOD to cut it, right? Because whenever I put the VOD up, I cut out the 5-10 minutes of whatever, right? So that's why. And also, it's so that people who are watching it and hear music and they're like, oh, the music's, oh man, oh, it's time to get excited. Oh, geez. That's why. And also, I need to prep myself because, oh, hey, look, the music's starting. Now we can test the sound ourselves. That seems perfect. Awesome. Because the intro is like 25 seconds long. So if I'm like, uh-oh, my dick fell out. You know, I need to have time to prep it. You know? It's louder than me? Really? But I turned it down. Oh, that'd be why. How's that? Looks good to Pat. Yeah. So I just finished watching today's Jojo episode. Holy crap. I forgot how crazy that shit gets when they get to the Coliseum and all that stupid shit happens. You remember when all that stupid shit happens? It's pretty crazy to me because there's all a bunch of big final fights in JoJo, and in the big final fight in 1 is totally isolated, and the big final fight in 2 is totally isolated, and the big final fight in 3, a bunch of people on the street get fucked up, but it's not that big of a deal, and the big final fight in 4 is pretty isolated on a street corner, and then the big final fight in 5 is like this disastrous city annihilating event. Like, the way that things went is like super awful, and everyone screwed up. Just another muffin clearly caught up with the story. Says, you weren't kidding about turning the Garleans into super fascists. It's cartoonishly evil. It's pretty evil, isn't it? It's pretty evil. And yeah, Paul Naref killed like hundreds and hundreds of innocent people. Regardless of that shit. Were the sub-messages already read? No, Fenrir, I was actually about to say that. So for example, a nice coffee kicked in 4.29 Australia dues, which I believe is more than $5 actual. I don't know. With the Yakuza Ishin fan translation finally in full motion, will you consider playing it when it's out? But 100% recommend it after playing the Japanese version. Shame it'll never get a Western release. If there's a way I can play it, okay. Like, not goofy. Right? Is the audio a bit warbly? Like me or like them? Because I'm naturally warbly. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm the warble master. Hey, you guys want to see something crazy? With the way I did this setup? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a genius. All right. So Berdo says, am I at risk of story spoilers? Today's stream, likely not. Or not anything big. That being said, for example, I would recommend somebody like Mothman, who is currently halfway through A Realm Reborn, maybe not deal with this, because the overall scenario of Shadowbringers is really far into the future of what's going down in the story of, say, A Realm Reborn. And there are a bunch of characters that you're like, aren't they dead? And you're like, yeah, they were, but they got better, and stuff like that. So, you know. There's one character that they might point at and go, this guy, and you're like, I'm really sure that guy was dead, but I guess not. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal for today. Also, they've implied in the trailer stuff that the story of Shadowbringers is going to involve time travel and changing events from prior expansions, possibly. So yes, when we go through Shadowbringers, there will be big ass spoilers, but probably not today. They're just talking about system stuff. I want to thank Trill Magical, Shikari, Zirakin, Hirocleiko, La Barbara, Kirsten, Mora Moriarty, Pixel Chris, Seth Skyberg, and DDT for all subscribing. Thank you. Thank you for the subscribings. Citrus wants to know, he got all his crafters and gatherers to 70, and I remember you keep a stack of crafter souls on you. Would you say it's worth changing speciality often if I don't plan on making super high level stuff, or are my scripts better spent on other stuff? If you don't plan on making anything crazy high level, then no, you don't need that. The only reason you would keep a stack of crafter souls like an asshole is if you are making so much high-end stuff that you don't want to waste the time handing it off to a friend who will craft the specialty items. You're going to be crafting all the alchemist specialty items and then switching your specialization over to carpenter to craft the carpenter specialty items. It is a time-saving measure for insane people. You don't need to do that. Also, today they're actually going to be talking about how they need to tone down the let's say, ever-presence of Omni-Crafters. If you know anything about crafting in Final Fantasy XIV, the basic problem is that you kind of need to level up all the crafters, because there's a bunch of skills that get used in between them, and they're all really good, and so everyone just assumes you have all the crafters leveled. And what they're doing is they're going to make the really, really important crafting actions available to everybody. So that people who, I just want to be a carpenter, go, okay, you can probably do decent. Whereas now it's a joke. So that'd be good for people. Let's see. Jamajar, sub for 4, says 4 months of loving the baby. Thanks a lot. Saw somebody say they got minor to, that's S.J. Kotan subbed. Sorry, didn't sub, but he said in the chat, got minor to 70, never again. The problem is getting the crafting classes from 1 to 50 and getting the mining and botany and fishing classes from 1 to 50, arduous. Terrible. Everything after that, trivial. Super easy. You do leaves, you do collectibles, you do dailies. It's super, super, super easy. Nailed it. Alright. Let's see. Count Meowington asks, Yoshi P, by the way, this is going to a little bit spoiler. Yoshi P says this will cover about 80% of the Heidelin and Zodiac story, which has been the overarching story. Where do you think they should go after it concludes? I think we should go and clean up Garlemald. Garlemald's a big country. We can go clean that shit up and get judge armor for the raid tier. Violet Heart, sub for 15. Thank you, Violet. Yeah, 14. Finished 3.x. Capped my first class, which is Astro, yesterday. Don't you mean 4.x? Super hyped to play Stormblood as new... Oh, okay, that's the thing. Super hyped to play Stormblood as a new class, Red Mage, and see what's up with the patch notes. Here's hoping the audio is fucked up again. Well, they did. They already tested it. I saw it more people. Thorn wants to know, what are your thoughts on only level 80 job quests and being replaced by role quests? Going through Heavensward and leveling characters through roulettes makes it pretty obvious that the job quest system is fucking terrible, because you can very easily get from like 50 to 60 and not do one job quest, and then you don't get any of your abilities, so then you gotta go get them. And then they did change that in Stormblood, where you get all your abilities except for the last one, and you just go do that, but then you have to do all the job quests in a row. The way they're going to do it in Stormblood is you're going to have role quests about the old Warriors of Light that are going to be story relevant, and you need to do them to finish the story. And then you'll have a final super quest for your job, which will probably just be lore-ish and maybe give you your artifact armor. I think that's a much better idea because one, it lets them do one big quest that's probably better. And the second thing is that those quests can now revolve around whatever the fuck you get at 80. So Dark Knight gets the ability to summon a stand at 80, and I would like the quest to deal only with that, because that's crazy. Quigley says, you need to do one set of the role quests, yes, and there's one for each job type, right? Yes. There's a tank set, caster set, a ranged DPS physical set, a melee DPS set, and a healer set, so they can all balance them for those. But I'll be doing all of them eventually. How long till live letter? About 15 minutes. Sergeant Marshy, sub for 2. Thank you, Sergeant. Calamity asks, are there new skills from 71 to 80 until the 80 job quest? No, you'll just get them. You'll from 71 to 79, you'll just get your abilities as you level up. Ramen Rider asks, what if the tank quests are about Curious Gorge? Curious Gorge is like the worst job trainer in the entire game, and the fact that all of the warrior quest lines revolve around him is awful and terrible, and I hate it. And I feel bad for all the classes who aren't Dark Knight, Summoner, I think Bard, because they all get, those classes get quests that have to do with the main story, and everybody else gets dumb-ass adventures. Everybody else gets, oh, Dragoon 1 to 50, yeah. But you know what I mean, like, so like, for example, Dark Knight, you deal with everybody who you hung out with in Heavensward, and it's a big deal. And then for Warrior, it's like, hey, Curious Gorge wants to get his dick wet. And you're like, oh, wow. And I think probably the worst quest line in the entire game is the Paladin Heavensward quest, in which somebody fakes their own death for no reason. And then you train a second guy. And then the guy comes back to life and goes, look, I was alive. And everyone's like, yeah, we knew. And then he's like, oh, okay. Here's a paladin ability. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad that the Paladin 60 to 70 quests don't even deal with paladins at all. It's a fighting tournament. Like, it has absolutely nothing to do with that shit at all. Like, you don't talk to one paladin in the entirety of the 60 to 70 paladin quest line. How I feel about white mage quests? Well, I like a clean taint. So, they're pretty okay. And then the white mage questline has the return of the worst NPC in the game. So it's like, ugh. Fuck, Sylvie, I hate you. I hate it. Elopicus for 6 says, in celebration of 6 months, please give Elmo pets. I will. Paige and Elmo are currently asleep upstairs. Paige was talking about maybe streaming after I'm done because she's been napping all afternoon because she is tired. Gigalith sub for 2. Thank you, Gigalith. Doc Blargle sub for 4 says, Pat, excited to see you getting back into 14. I've been going hard. I have almost every class up to 50 now except for Machinist. And my Ninja's at 60. My Bard's at 54. And you know what? Bards are okay. Now that I've actually played Bard, Bards are okay. Still dorks, though. On Crystal, so I can't come by for hello. I'm still happy to see my favorite streamer play my MMO of choice. Well, thank you, Doc Largo. Oh, I have an announcement to make for the Final Fantasy XIV stream that I'm going to be doing for Shadowbringers. I have spoken to and engaged the services of one Mr. Clemps, who is now on my server and will be able to be hanging out with us on the day 1 stream for Shadowbringers. So that'll be fun. Oh, Clemps is right there. Hey Clemps. I've also asked one DK Dimentis to hop in chat and hang out, but he has not confirmed as of yet. But he'll probably hop in on Discord at some point. Just talk shit. Rat and Goblin going on adventures. Anyway, please talk about how awful the Thaumaturge story is. Oh, it's bad. It is a combination of 5 stupid potatoes going. I don't like. Okay, so the Thaumaturge questline is a potato gets possessed by an evil demon, and for most of the questline, all of his brothers, which are 5 potatoes, are like, I don't know, he seems pretty normal to me, and he's like glowing with evil energy and going like, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, he's fucking evil, and they're like, well, I guess we gotta murder him in his sleep now. And then one of the potatoes has a great idea. It's like, I have a really good idea. Why don't we let the demon totally win and eat all of our souls? And they're like, you know what? Good plan. Really good plan. Good plan. All right. And then they all piss themselves. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Odyssey Knight sub for 20 and Jacob Blast sub for 4. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Jojo Piero kicked in 1,000 bits. Thank you, Jojo. Long-time viewer, like Portal 2 Smooth Jazz was new. But this is the first stream I've ever been able to catch live, and it's almost on my birthday. Well, good for you, Jojo. Keep up the good work. Also, I love my wife. Happy Pride. Happy Pride to you as well. Say hi to your wife. Drew PhD kicked in $5. Thank you, Drew. Spent way too much money buying one of those damn Link keychains. So while I'm in the spirit of spending money on stupid things, here you go, Pat. Also, any chance of you playing Cadence with Paige? There is a 2-player mode, isn't there? Maybe? Shrug? I don't know. Let's see. Owl Diamond kicked in $5. Thank you, Owl. Hey there, angry gremlin man. I would like to ask, how good is the story of 14? It varies. It varies pretty significantly based on the part of the game that you're in and the class that you're playing. So he says, I'm on the fence about picking up an MMO again, and I like a solid narrative in a video game. So I'd say 1 to 25 is pretty good. Pretty standard, but pretty like, yeah, it's RPG, woo. 25 to 35 is the worst part of the entire game. It's really, really, really bad. Everything to do with Titan is really, really, really bad. Then 35 to 50 is pretty great. Then 50 to 51 is the second worst part of the game. Not because it's uninteresting, but because it's so long. It's crazy, crazy, crazy long. And it was because they tried to make an interesting patch cycle and like have lots of stuff happen between different patches, but it's just too long. It's like a filler season. But then at 51, to 60, it's great. It's legitimately good-ass Final Fantasy game great. Then 60 to 70, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. And then 70 to 80 is written by the people that made all the best parts of the shit I just talked about, which will be this. So hopefully good. Hopefully good. So I'm going to go and say it can go as high as an 8 or a 9 and as low as a 5. That's what I said. Cool villain in Stormblood says Stay Night. You're right. In fact, all the villains in Stormblood are cool. Garthanox says, Pat, I'm still on 54 and I'm 54 and still on filler. You lie. That's because they juiced the XP gains. Back in the day, you had to do all that shit at level 50 because level 51 didn't exist. That's why I call it 51, because when you get to Heavensward, the first quest is level 50 and like the second one is like 51. Zuler, sub for 9, says awesome 9 months. Woo, woo. Thanks, man. Chihuahuas, sub. Thank you, Chihuahuas. Indoor Setup asks, do you have any thoughts on the upcoming Scholar changes? So I play a Scholar casually. I have a buddy of mine who's a Scholar main, and he's like an O12S clearer man raid guy. And I have another friend of mine who plays Scholar less casually than me, but not raidy type. And we have all come to the conclusion that Scholar was crazy busted for like 6 years. And the fact that they had as much DPS tools as some DPS classes, despite ostensibly being healers, needed to go. They needed to get turned from DPS into healers because they defined the meta for like 6 years. There was nothing a Scholar wasn't good at. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the removal of, say, Energy Drain, because I think that they need something to dump Aetherflow stacks on, but they really needed to drag them down to be a healer. And while I'm not super excited about the Astro changes, I do appreciate that they've become more of a healer than a buff robot. Playing Astro and just rolling for balance or maybe spear sucked ass. Like that, like the worst part of Astro that nobody talks about because they're all like, "Ooh, I got my AoE balance," is because they forget about, oh, I got Spire Royal Road and then a Spire and then I'm holding Spire, and it's like fucking sick. That shit sucks ass. Congrats, you just wasted 90 seconds. I'm glad to take the fucking, like, deep. And so here's what happened, right? TP's gone, so Spire doesn't do anything. Right? That makes, and MP has been consolidated, so Eero had to go as well. So now you have one that, now you have a spell card that buffs skill speed. Okay. You have a spell card that buffs crit. Okay. You have a spell card that buffs damage. And you have a spell card that buffs defense. Well, the defense one is unreliable. So it's not really all that good either. So the other three all just buff damage in various shitty ways. So why not just make them all damage? Right? So I understand the thought process that they went through to get there. But at the same time, it does lose a little bit of the class flavor. Especially when you go through the old quests and they're like, use Bowl to defend them. And I'm like, Bowl's a damage buff, you dumb motherfucker. I think White Mage got the big win, because I think a Flautilus Misery is a really cool healing mechanic. I think it's dope. Dak Kato sub for 13, and Lucky Man Can sub for 2. Thank you. Thunderbrand kicked in $5. Thank you. Just got to the final steps of faith in the Heavensward patch cycle. How impossible is it for me to get caught up by the time Shadowbringers drops? Not. You could do it. Totally. The Final Steps of Faith rematch is to me is the best moment in the entire game. It is the culmination of a big ass long storyline with a cool boss with a cooler second form, and you get some nice assists from some old pals. And then Imeric makes the stupidest mistake ever. To the point where if you talk to him in like 3.5, he's like, okay, that thing I told you to do at the end of that boss fight was really stupid. That's totally my bad. I really shouldn't have just told you to throw that shit away. My bad. My B. It's totally my fault. Which is hilarious, because it's 100% his fucking fault. Caffeinomancer sub for 2, thank you. Appreciate it. DJ Pontrays kicked in $5. Says, hey Pat, love watching your streams. Recently started 14 my Discord friends because of you. It's a weird sentence. Also, quick question. Should I max out my current paladin before divulging into different classes? Yes. So there's something called armory bonus when you hit cap. And the basic deal is that, say, right now you have 1 to 70, right? When you hit level 50, you get a 50% experience bonus for every other class from 1 to 50. When you hit level 60, you get a 100% experience bonus from 1 to 50 and 50% from 50 to 60. When you hit level 60, you get a 100% experience bonus from 1 to 60 and then 50% from 60 to 70. So when we play Shadowbringers and I get my Dark Knight to 80, that means I will then have a 100% experience bonus from 1 to 70 and a 50% from 70 to 80, which is why when I'm leveling up all my alts right now, I'm leveling them all up to 50 first and then maximum 60 because I'll get a bigger experience boost in 2 weeks from 60 to 70. I will gladly turn the music down just a little bit. There you go. So basically, if you have a character at cap, it's way, way faster to level up characters that are not at cap. You also get more money, and you also have more roulettes to level up. There's a lot going on. Once you hit cap, it becomes much easier to level up your other classes. Somebody asked, I'm a gladiator. When do I get to be a paladin? Everybody gets their job instead of their class at... You know what? Fuck that. At 30. At level 30. Yay! Yay! It's done gone! Yay! Hooray! Oh, this is gonna be the Siren Song seat. This is gonna be landing in, what do you call it? The thing. In the first. This is gonna be us showing the fuck up, and shit gonna be fucked. Is the sound good? How's the sound? You know, I'm gonna put it at 50%. I don't know where this is, but that looks cool. It looks like a lie Barbie of some kind. Could this be Halatali? Somebody said? Or Copper Bell Savage? Oh, there's Doran Meg. There's Cyrus Springer donation totally went through, but this shit just started beforehand. This is Elfie Town, or Dwarfy Town. I wonder what the glamours are gonna look like from this place. Ooh, look at that! Look at that Dwarfy Town shit. That looks like the motherfucking water temple. What the fuck is that? Where the fuck is this shit? Wait, that's the fucking place from 12, isn't it? Isn't that the tomb from 12? Doesn't it? Oh, I saw the big old spoiler images on the wall. I don't know where that is, but it looks cool. Is that Coil? Oh, look at this motherfucking near shit. Look at this fucking Ultimatato shit here. Look at that. That's a pretty. Oh, man. The glamours from that place is gonna be great. Oh, it's good old Kerberos. Oh, it's that frog dude. It's that SMT enemy. Hey, it's not Innocence. Hey, it's that guy from the benchmark people ripped out of the game. Yeah, but that's like wings and a face.
皆さんこんにちは。
こんにちは。
Hello everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in to the letter from the producer live part 52.
52.
52.
Look, we can hear them.
第52回ファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサーレターライブをお送りしたいと思います。
Yoshi looks tired.
お願いします。
はい。ファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサー兼ディレクターの吉田です。よろしくお願いします。
Hello everyone, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV, Naoki Yoshida here.
はい。I'm Toshio Fox Plumlodge、グローバルコミュニティプロデューサーのおかしいなコミュニティチームのモルボルこと室内です。よろしくお願いします。
They look tired.
はい、そして
通訳を務めさせていただきます、アイミです。I'm going to be helping with translations today. My name is Aimi.
はい、よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。
ということで、本日は
Oh, on the right's wearing the IB Titania shirt.
前の最後のプロデューサーレターになりました。This should be the final letter live before the Shadowbringers launch.
そうですね、いよいよあと2週間
Shut up later.
で、アーリーアクセス開始と、なりますので、まあほぼほぼ最後かな、PR としては。はい。
So in about 2 weeks, I believe, our early access is going to start. So I think this is pretty much our final stretch for promoting in PR.
いやー、喋ったね。
Oh, but they hit a
ね
million
Talk a
subscribers.
lot.
Good
Oh my
for
goodness, did
them.
we talk a lot?
喋ったよ。本当にメディアツアーからこの E3 までめちゃくちゃ
I look
喋
tired
り
when I
ましたよ
can't
ね。
work in my
我々
pajamas.
ね
Shut up, Vastru.
From the media tour to E3, I think we've done so many sessions of talking and presenting.
もうだから何か振られないと喋れない体になりつつあ
If
るん
Link
で。
So we're
sync
so
is bad,
conditioned to
reload.
wait for somebody to start talking to us before we can respond.
はい。まあ積極的にね、今日はね、
Maybe
お
I'll
知ら
get a
せですから
million
喋っていきたいと思います。
But
One
this time
day.
we will have a lot of things to talk about, so we will be actively trying to talk.
はい、そして今日は冒頭ダンジョンウォークスルー
So Rob on EX2 is probably not going to happen. They have a single instance queue system now that people have gotten
これま
locked
で
into
まあ想定で
sometimes.
もグレンでもダンジョンウォークスルー出してきたんですけど、今回実はちょっと短い、シーン数が少ないんですけど、理由があってですね、ネタバレが強烈
Oh
すぎて
man, I totally won't.
映すなって言ったダンジョンが多くてですね。
So of course we made these dungeon walkthroughs for both Heavensward and Stormblood, but you may have noticed it's a lot shorter in terms of length compared to the previous expansions, but that's only because there's so many spoiler elements that we had to request, no, cut this one, we can't show this one.
そう
Oh my
今回は
goodness.
そのエキスパートレベル80になってからのダンジョン以外は
They probably
全部
didn't show us 2 or 3
ことになる
dungeons.
し、まあ、そもそもねそのエキスパートのダンジョンももうネタバレがひどくてダメなんですよ。映せないものばっかり。はい。
But yeah, most of the dungeons up to those Yeah, right up until the expert dungeons beyond level 80 is connected to the main scenario quests. So even then, even the level 80
Supposedly
dungeons
9
are also
dungeons
very
this
filled
time?
with spoilers. So many.
That'll be a lot
areas
better
we had
to
tread
level up.
carefully.
Ooh.
いやいやそうなんですよ。まあもうねもういい
I
です
mean,
もう
what?
これ以上は
Six,
出せない
71, 2,
Yeah, I
3,
think we've
4,
shown
5,
enough.
6, 7, 8.
さあでは、
Nine.
早速始めていこ
Yeah,
うと思うんですが、
nine.
そう
71
一個
to-
メディアツアーで、
はい
71 to
これの皆さんの
fucking
反応を見てて、まあ、メディアの皆さんにはお伝えして
That's fucking
イ
dope.
ンタビューとかには入ってるんですけどチャージアクションの、例えばバトルでワイプした時にチャージアクション何溜まるの待たなきゃいけないのみたいなちょっと誤解があってですねあれはワイプすると
7
全部
for leveling
フルス
and
タッ
2 for
クの状態
expert.
が始まり
Ah,
ま
it's
す
still more. Shut up.
心配なさらなくて大丈夫です。はい
So, of course, before we begin, we did want to make a comment or a clarification on something that we had talked about during our media tour and seeing some of the reactions that have come back after that. But that is regards to the charged actions. People were wondering, so what happens if your party wipes? Will your charged actions be reset to 0 again when you come back? No, it will be recharged to full stack even after you have wiped.
は
Yeah.
い、という
Charged
ことなので
actions
それだけお
will
伝え
stack.
しておきます。
So yeah, we just wanted to make that clear before we
Right.
jump into today's discussion.
さてそれでは
That's good to hear.
大丈夫はい
始めてまいりましょう。
いいですよはいはい
So let's get started. So PowerPoint お願いします。Switch to PowerPoint please. 今日は何からいくかと言いますと、
へい
The first topic is よいしょ。
Give me a PowerPoint.
ほ
こちら。ティターニア。
Oh my god, does Titania make people
う、まあ
dance until they
E3 の
fucking
会場で
die?
もやっておりましたからね
So yes, the Titania battle was actually shown on the E3 show floor this time.
今日はこちらを
That's totally a fairy thing to kill people with.
You can show
うんうん
something about Titania?
なんか結構なメモがここに置いてあって「お前デバコン気をつけろよ」って書いてある
We have a lot of notes on this section. Just make sure you have the correct debug commands in there. Whatever.
じゃあ
There's some fucking
そうですね
Shuffling
まあ
papers.
一回まず実機へ行きましょうか
So before, yeah, we jump in. We would just wanted to switch over to gameplay.
God damn it, Yoshi, stop playing a
ま
Lalafell.
あ、イルメグへ私おりますですね
Currently,
You son of a
as you can
bitch.
see, we are in a place called Ilmeg.
なんか見たことない
Oh my god, I'm cutting off their faces.
Waiting
Look at
on-
that shit. Isn't that
Oh,
crazy?
something new.
I don't know something new ねいやいやアマロというですね、第一世界で、チョコボ以上にこう人々にこう可愛がられている乗り物まあだから第世界のチョコはいるんですけどまあチョコボみたいなもんですね要はね
So the Japanese name is Amaro, but these are sort of like your chocobos in the first. Actually, they may be more popular than
I knew it.
the chocobos of the source. But these are these creatures that you can mount.
That's our new
something
chocobo.
Yeah, very likely likened to a chocobo.
うわ、ほんだ。
Look at those fucking ugly ass first
で
world
このアマロはですね
chocobos.
結構メインストーリーでもフォーカスされたりするので結構ね注目だったり実はします
And these Amaros are tied into the main scenario, main story as well. So you will see them featured throughout.
はいはいではティタニアにこのまま行ってみようかなと思うんですが
はい。
We are going to attempt going to Titania from here.
You turn the camera, you fucks. I want to know what the deal is with flooded Ilmeg. What's up with
We're going
that?
to switch back to the camera for a moment.
怖いっすよ
いろいろね。
Oh, they can't show us the duty list because the duty list is gonna be like you have to fight.
で今年は
You have to fight
E3 会場
Jesus
でも
or
皆さん
something.
頑張って戦っておりましたね。So this year at the E3 venue, we are showcasing the Titania battle, and then also people are trying. なかなか皆さん苦戦してる感じでしたね。
3割ぐらいだったのね結局
Bad plumbing? That's not how it got flooded. Come on. Come on now.
Yeah, it was a challenging battle. I think our win rate was about 30%.
So they keep saying it's a challenging battle, but the reason why the Titania fight had so few people clear it is that half the people showing up to do the 8-man Titania fight at E3 were people that have literally never played the game before, which means that you have fucking zero chance of beating it.
Sorry, stand by just a bit longer.
大丈夫ですね。
大丈夫。
Okay.
大丈夫ですよ。
いいですか？
はい。
はい。じゃあ切り替えまし
Switch
ょう。
over to the gameplay.
どうしようかな
Yoshi, you're gonna get what? You're gonna get fucking killed in like a second.
スクエア。
おっとフィールド。
そうそう。2は使えないって言ってまし
あ、なるほど。1じゃないとダメです。
た。3すいません。暗号です。
まあこんな場所で戦う。
What are you
綺麗
doing?
ですね。
To be your arena.
It's beautiful.
これは
This sounds like oh, what's that name of that track off the
So right
fucking
now,
Cowboy
the
Bebop
planet is still flooded
soundtrack?
with light, so you see the light shining through from above.
なんかすごいギル数だね。
Commenting on how much money. Or
Cats on
gold,
Mars. That's it.
おなんか落下はしそうにないなって言ってる方がいましたね。
Comments about, oh no, nowhere to fall.
最近ほらファイナルファンタジー14って結構演出凝っているので、マップが変わるかもしれないからね。
But that being said, with Final Fantasy XIV, a lot of our visual presentations are very elaborate, so you never know. The map might change.
急にこのほら中央の丸がなくなるかもしれないし。
Maybe that center circle might just drop and create a giant hole.
Oh no.
ちょっとどうしましょうね。
I'm looking at this fucking
人
floor.
気なんですけどね。
You know it's for mechanics.
登場以来、かわいいかわいい。
言われてます。
Seem to be very popular.
容赦なく。
Relentlessly casting.
Oh, cool. She got like an accent.
何が？
なんですかプロデューサー特権です。
Invulnerable, hold on.
Oh no, Yoshi's finally decided that for this bullshit, he will cheat. Good job. Almost every live letter, he shows this bullshit off
Cheating?
without cheating,
皆さんにね。
but and gets killed in like 1 second.
I am putting in my all to show off this battle.
Well, there's a fucking cleave.
1ミリも減ってないように見えますけど。
え、気のせいじゃないですか。
1ミリぐらい。
おっと。
Oh god, it totally is one of those types of fights. Oh Christ.
ああ、これなんか、そうね、E3 の会場でみんなが叫んでた。Everyone was screaming.
あ、そう。
Thanks for being. あらららら。
Look at those fucking ads.
まあ私には関係ないんですけどね。
That's irrelevant to me. Oh,
Yeah. If the ads explode,
punch?
you die.
Fist coming.
Figured.
あ、あゆみさんもうちょっと声を大きめでお願いします。
Sorry, I will talk louder.
So he's got debug mode on so that
これ
he
以上ね、
can't die
ボリューム上げる
except
とね、吉田うるせえ
that shit doesn't care.
え
We can't adjust the mic volume, so because Yoshida's voice is right there in front of the mic, so.
まあティタニアはその名の通りね、妖精たちの王でもあ
Oh,
る
they're
ので、
not using lapel mics.
様々な
Interesting.
その妖精をこう刺激した攻撃
wonder
が
why
行
that
わ
is.
れてまいりますね。
So of course, Titania is the ruler of the pixies and the different fairies and beings. So a lot of the attacks involve utilizing these different pixies.
まあかなり凝ってますんで、グラフィックス的にもぜひですね、レベル73で皆さん挑んでいただくことになりますので、いろいろあと2週間ですね、妄想していただければと思います。
So of course, with the visual presentations here as well, they are very elaborate, and we have painstakingly made them and This dungeon can be challenged at level 73, so we have about 2 weeks more.
Yeah, so it'll be
Wanted to speculate and imagine what it's going to be like, you're more than welcome to.
it'll be her at 73, and then Innocence at 77,
はい、
and then
ちょっと出てきますね、ここね
We're going
ちなみに
Innocence will give you weapons, and then she'll give you accessories at 80.
ね、この IB とティタニアのシャツをお配りしておりました。
結構勝率悪かったこともあって勝つと大歓声がね、
すごか
ハイタ
ったですね
ッチとの大歓声が
Yeah, for those win the battle at the East venue, yeah, we give away this.
Who's the 80 trial?
Yeah, shirts.
Because it was
Spoilers.
quite a challenge, and not too many people, not too many teams won these battles. Whenever somebody did beat Titania, there was such loud cheering going on, people giving high fives all around, getting really excited.
I'm not even going to say a
さて
guess out
では
loud in case I'm right.
一回パワーポイントですか、
はい、
これ
次行きましょう。
はい
続いては、よいしょ。
あ
Yeah, tell me about the
Base
single
system
player
ですね。
MMO thing.
Okay, next, we are going to talk about the trust system.
でこれまあ半月前ぐらいにやってたメディアツアーで、メディアの皆さんにねできるだけ情報を持ってってもらおうと思って、プロデューサーレターライブとかでは触れてこなかったんですけど、
はい
まあ、メディアさんの情報も解禁されたということでですね PLL でもちょっと扱ってみようかなと思ってお
Did
り
you
ます
still always have that heavy
So of
eyeliner?
course we did
I don't remember
do
it.
our media tour about half a month ago, and the members of the media and our influencers have taken back the information that we shared about the trust system. And so now that a lot of the articles have gone live, we would like to also talk about it here at the Letter from the Producer Live.
ではちょっとパワーポイントで、おさらいをしてみましょう
All right, just a quick recap on the PowerPoint.
Hey, check out this
まずですね、
PowerPoint.
シャドウブリンガーズ 5.0 のメインストーリーに登場するダンジョンは、このフェイスシステムを使って NPC と一緒に攻略が可能となります。
So with the trust system, this is going to apply to all of the dungeons that are associated with Shadowbringers 5.0's main scenario quest. So you will be able to enter these dungeons with NPCs.
そしてですね、プレイヤーの皆さん、今回闇の戦士となるプレイヤーの皆さんですが、どのロールで、例えばタンクで行こうがヒーラーで行こうが、セットアップどの、ジョブで行ってもちゃんと、1タンク 2DPS1 ヒーラーが組めるように、メンバースタンバイしてますんで、
I don't know why
後
it's
ほ
so
ど実機で
dark.
どうやってパーティーを構成するのかお知らせしたいと思います。
So of course, with these
Probably 'cause of
players
Shadow.
who are now our warriors of darkness, no matter what role you are, you can always form your party. Even if you are a tank or a healer, you can choose your party members according to the roles that is required. So you can always have one tank, 2 DPS, 1 healer in your party, and the NPCs will be available and standing by for you to choose. Of course, we will show this on actual gameplay.
Yeah,
at a
Pando,
later
I
time.
agree. This is what they were testing in Gimlet Dark. It's what they were testing
で
in
ですね
all the
今
fights
回
that you had
プレイヤーが命令
NPC
を出した
people
りってする必要は
from
なく
all the
て
way
です
back
ね
to
専用
like
AI
the
で、
final
ガ
fight
チ組されており
in
ます。
like
それからです
Cardno
ね
in
NPC
Heavensward.
専用の、
You
アクショ
fought
ン
Grinwat
ロー
the
テを持
first
っ
time.
てます。で、まあ結構
And
複数の
Yugiri
ね
and
NPC が
Kotetsu
いた
helped
り
out.
します。
And so, of course, with this, it is not going to be a system where the player is directing commands at the NPCs, but we do have a very robust AI built into it. A very
I would very much appreciate if they
unique
ran this
AI
back
that has,
into Stormblood
its
and then
own sort of
Heavensward
action
and then
rotations, and
Realm
there are
Reborn.
several different NPCs available to choose from.
まあなんだろう賢さよりも個性を優先した NPC で結構
All the people who went to the media tour and ran these dungeons said that the AI was actually totally solid and was not a problem. The only thing is that you would have to be able to do your job correctly to beat the instances.
And
So
with
for
these
people that are total
AI,
trash and need to
rather
get
than going
carried
for something
to the
that is
DPS queues
smart,
with
we
you.
wanted to bring out the characteristics, these unique personalities of the different NPCs. So there will be dialogue and banter between these characters going on, and it should help immerse yourself even further into the narrative.
で、ただですね注意点がございまして、 プレイヤー
Oh, Panda, they
で
could
プレ
give
イ
you
ヤー
all sorts of
4人で
characters.
パー
They
テ
could
ィー
give
を
you
組んだ
anybody.
時の方が
They give you like the
効
fucking
率的ではあ
job
ります
trainers.
クリア時間
Like
という意
Curious
味で
Gorge comes hang out.
One note of advice is that, of course, efficiency in terms of how quickly you can get through the dungeon.
Like,
is
I'm-
going to
I'm
be
probably
a
gonna
bit more
do
efficient
at
when
least 2
you
runs of
party
each
up
of these
with 4
dungeons
players together.
with
大体フェイスで行ってですね
all the different characters, 'cause they do talk and interact
ぐらいじゃないかな
and say shit about the dungeon.
So, roughly speaking, if you go into the dungeon with your trust system and you do not wipe, one dungeon typically takes about 30 minutes to get through.
であと注意点としてはですねプレイヤー自身が被弾しまくって倒されるとですね、ゲームオーバーになりますんでダンジョンリスタートですねはい
And another point of caution here, if the player receives too much damage and you are knocked out and incapacitated, it's game over at that point and you would have to restart the dungeon.
Oh,
お気をつけ
you can't
くだ
be
さい
So please be
rezzed.
careful.
まあただ他のメンバーがこう倒れた時とかは恐ろしい速度でレイズとか飛びますんで
So you can't just
If any of
stand in
the
it
other
and
members
die
of
and
your
have the
party
healer
become
res you.
incapacitated, your party members will try to quickly raise them very quickly. So.
さあではですねせっかくなので、メディアツアーで動画等を
Don't be
ご覧になっ
bad.
たという方もいらっしゃるとは思うんですが、実際にちょっと僕がですね、イルメグのダンジョンドゥボーヌメグへ、行ってみようかなと思っております
That's a
So, of
proper
course,
get good
I'm sure you have
system.
seen footage from the media tour and may be already familiar with how this sort of works, but we would like to show you with actual gameplay, and so we're going to go into the Dawn Meg.
はいでは実機の方お願いしま
Right,
す
switching over to gameplay.
はいまずですねちょっと説明をしなきゃいけないんですが
So we wanted to give you a quick word of explanation.
まずそもそもこのフェイスシステム最初の1回目、はメインストーリーで普通にダンジョン行くことに
It's
な
not
る
that
の
the
で
healing is bad, it's they won't res you if you
その
fuck
ダ
up.
ンジョンの突入なんだろう光の柱が立ってるでしょいつも
はいはいはいはい
あの周りに NPC たちが立ってます、で頭の上にですね俺行く気だけどっていうマークが出てる状態になりますまず
So first, of course, whenever you first utilize the trust system, you will be approaching your first dungeon in your main story quest, and you see your typical dungeon entrance, that little pillar of light that signifies that that is the entry point into the dungeon. Now, you will see your NPC characters standing by the entrance, and they will have an indication, a sort of mark or icon on top of their head, showing that they are ready and able to join you into the dungeon content.
でそこでですねこう NPC に話しかけるとパーティーを編成するっていうサブコマンドを話すっていうのもあるんですけど話すとね意気込みを語りますでパーティーを編成するっていうコマンドを選ぶとフェイスウィンドウが出てメンバーをチョイスするっていうことになります
So once you approach
Yes, that
one
is
of
a
those
Lalafell,
NPCs and
Hidashi.
start talking with them, and
That
of
is a
course you do have a
potato.
choice to talk with them, and they'll just tell you how excited they are. They're about to go into this dungeon, but you will need to choose a subcommand that will call forth a window to start setting up your trust party.
で1
Any
回
advice
ク
for
リアした
Garuda?
ダンジョンにどうやって
Like
その
original
フェイスで
Garuda?
行くかっていうところがこう
Don't
これになります
stand the AoEs.
このメインコマンドから
When she
トラスト
yells
まあ
and
今
disappears from the
英語名は
stage,
トラストなん
hide
ですけ
behind
ど
the rocks.
日本語だとフェイスって書かれてますこれを選ぶとこのウィンドウが出る
So once you've
The
cleared
Oracle of
these
Light,
main story
Minfilia.
dungeons, you will be able to call
Interesting.
up your trust system again through the main command window. And of course, in the English it says trust. The Japanese term for it is faith, but you will be able to see it, and then it'll bring up that party window.
Alphano is an
まあさっき初めて
academia
行くダンジョンだ
shit.
と
At
その話しかけ
fucking
てパー
Alphano's
ティ
a
ーを編成するっ
calculator.
てやつやるとこれが出てくる
はい
And then, if it is
Alphano's
your
a
first
fucking
time
calculator.
approaching the dungeon and you you talk to one of the NPCs,
Do they just
then
hide that?
That's the prompt for that trust window to open up.
でここなんですけどシナリオの進行状況に応じてここのメンバーが変わります
And the roster that you see on screen here will vary depending on how far you have progressed in your scenario.
まあ
Which means
こ
there
の
are
ドゥオーネ
characters.
グへ行く
So all the trust system
時は
stuff is for the 73 dungeon.
こ ここに多分アストロさんがいるん
and
だと思うんですけど、本
includes
来
this cast, and they
If
keep
you
saying
do
there'll be
actually
another
go to
tank and there'll be more
Dome,
characters,
You might
which I,
have seen Yoshitola or someone else in that empty slot right there.
はい、なの
so I'm
で、
going
ま
to
あ、シナリ
assume
オ
is
上いないんだな
because
と。
there'll be
Right.
people
But
from the first, and
because
people
she's
think we think we're
absent,
dead, etc.
You
are
can
coming
tell
back.
that she's not part of that that storyline.
で今は、サンクレット、ガンブレーカーでタンク、ミンフィリアが、まあ、オラクル・オブ・ライトというね、光の巫女というジョブ名ですね。はい、で、ヒーラーが、ウリエンジェ、先生術師で
Which
今
is better,
アサインされてます
Minfilia or Minfilia with a knife?
Of course, in our roster we see Thancred, who's our gunbreaker, our tank, and then Minfilia is we call her Oracle of Light, who is DPS, and then as for our healers, we have Urianger as the astrologian.
でまあ僕はアルフィノがいいよっていう場合はですね、入れ替えてもらうとですね、アルフィノ君を連れていけるようになったりしますね。
So, of course, if you would prefer to take Alphanode, who's also a healer, with you instead of Urianger, you can unclick Urianger and select Alphanode instead.
で
No, that's not old Minfilia. That's
アリゼ
young
に切り替え
Minfilia,
たりで
dude.
すね。
Or switch over from Minfilia to Alizé.
じゃあせっかくなのできっとミンフィリアを見たいんじゃないかなと。
そうでしょうね
Minfilia with a knife
I'm sure
is
people would
younger
like to see
Minfilia.
how Minfilia behaves in the party, so I'm going to select her.
どっちかな。
Who to choose?
Minfilia
じゃあ
can probably do
今回
trick
このメンバー
attack.
でメンバーを決めたらですね、ここで
Probably.
デューティーに積むとですね、まあ一人ですから即射撃するわけですね。
Okay, so
Why are
once
they
you
saying
selected your
Urianger
roster,
so
you
weird?
go
Because that's
into
how you
queue.
pronounce his
Well,
name.
Not really a queue because you're just by yourself. So of course you will see that commence window pop up.
もう鋭いですね。アルフィノのジョブスカラーじゃないのかって、そうちょっとね、人によっては固有のジョブ名がついてたりしますね。
People have already taken notice of Alphanode's job, and it's not a scholar. There are certain characters that have their own sort of unique
Oh,
job names
weird.
associated with them.
It's like a fucking
もう入ってくる時からまあこんな
portal
感じ
shit.
でやってきますね。
So of course, once you enter, it starts up like this.
でこのフェイスを使ってきた場合なんですけど、装備とかアイテムが取れる確率はなんだろう、普段って4人のプレイヤーで来てロット勝負するけど、1人で来たら独り占めかみたいな。
確か
I
に
bet they
まあ実
removed
現率がですね
Protect because
4分の1になっており
Urianger
ます
couldn't cast it before you would run
バランスはすいません取られて
away.
おりますはい。
So of course, when you go
Think
into a
about it.
dungeon with these trust NPCs, you might think the rate at which these loot drops, gear, and item may be higher because typically you go into content with 4 different players and you would cast a lot to see who's going to get what.
Minfilia's redesign is
we
so
have
much
made
better
the
than her old
adjustment so
design.
that if you go into a dungeon by yourself, the rate will be 1/4 of that if you compared to when you go into a dungeon content with 4 people. So apologies, we have made adjustments accordingly.
でプロテス様は
Wait, did you just say
いなくなりましたので、プロテスは勝たんない。
experience will be 1/4?
喋ったりしますね。
Protect is no longer there, so no need to wait for that, and dialogue just starts right away.
で、自分今車同士で来てる DPS なので、ある程度近づくとですね、短
Gear
短距離が
drops.
言ってくれ
Okay,
ますね。
loot.
So of course, Yoshida is going in as
That makes
a
sense.
Black Mage DPS. So as soon as you get pretty close to an enemy or mob of enemies, your tank will jump out and try to get their.
So the main
get
thing
the
here
enemy.
is that Thancred will not do big pulls. This is why it will take a half hour.
すごいなんかメンバーが
Thancred will not do a big pull.
まあそりゃそうでしょう。
メインクラスメインセナリ
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would no, you can't force big pulls. If you ran forward, they'll just stay here until this pack is dead. I'd rather take a slow guy who does a pull like this than that motherfucker who sprints off in Bartum's metal and fucking grabs every single fucking pull all the way to the first door and then just instantly dies.
優秀。It's very bad.
懸命戦ってます。
and then gets up and then does it again. And you're like, fucking stop! Oh my god!
範囲もっと使ってるとかこうひどいこと言ってます。
People are saying you should use more ranged attacks.
かわいそうだろスタンプ。
But don't pick on Thancred.
I had a Bartum's Medal that happened like 3 times in a row. And he's like, just heal more. I'm like, there's no healing in the world that is going to keep you alive in Bartum's Medal.
そしてね、カードが全部来るのがね気持ちよくてしょうがないよね。
And the cards come all to me. It's so good.
でほらちゃんとね AOE みんな受けますからね。
And of course, if the enemy casts them,
Oh, that's a good question, Respada. How can you tell if you have, can you handle big pulls? You have to know your class. You have to know your gear. You have to know the healer's gear. And you need to know the ability of the DPS that are with you to AoE down packs.
Some.
And you also kind of have to know if the healer's good enough.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a sort of cheat.
So big motherfucking pulls is for the healer telling you, yeah, that's cool, I got it.
周遊
Or you queued with a friend of yours.
Combatants.
Or some shit. Oh, look at that pretty shit.
シチュエーションが変わる。
Oh, yeah, flowers.
So as you can see, there is some animation going on right there, and Minfilia was surprised by how it changed.
サンクルとね集中しよう。
And then of course Thancred's like, pay attention.
ちょっとミーランでなんか喋ってくださいよ。
Oh yeah, we need to
ブローチさん。
keep the dialogue going here.
I've noticed they've also done the thing where
concentrate.
you can only pull a maximum of 2 or 3 groups before there's a wall that stops you in this dungeon. That happen in stuff like Anti-Tower or like Temple of the Fist, and that probably helps the NPCs out a lot of it.
もう少し。
How did Thancred become a gunbreaker? He practiced really hard.
Uyanja is trying to keep up really hard, but we that defense buff.
Yeah, I want to point out, Urianger is totally DPSing.
すごい安定してますね。
He threw a regen on Thancred and started throwing out Malefics.
NPC の戦いをもっと見せろって今言われました。
あ、じゃあカメラを。
Comments about more. They want to see
ど
more
うしても DPS のこう差がとしてですね
Sorry,
自分の火力に集中しようとする。
the camera angle tend to focus on myself, of course, because I want to pay attention to how much damage I'm dealing. But yes, let us see if we can adjust so that
インフィリアどこ行った？
we can see what.
Yeah, he throws out a benefit. Yeah, look, the healing's fine. If you're a DPS, don't get hit. It won't be a problem. If you're a tank, don't stand in the shit. It won't be a problem. Look at all them move out of the way properly. Look at that. That's genuinely impressive.
インフィリアもこう、なんというか、すごい活発アクティブに動きますね。インフィリア、very active.
Urianger is doing a decent job healing. If you are not better than this an AI character, you should practice.
I'm doing a healer role, so
Because he's not even using every global cooldown.
で例えばですけど範囲攻撃をねこうNPC たち避けたりすると、その間まあ攻撃できないっていうシチュエーションが出る。
Has the
で
Oracle
それが
light
結構
pulled up in
練
any
習
unique?
して
I'm only at
続けたりす
60 with
ると
Ninja. I don't even have all the skills.
DPS を火力を取り戻そうとしてですね恐ろしくこう
あ
強力な攻撃をしだして
Oh, there's the boss.
そういう意味だとなんていうの
Oh,
こ
look!
う
It's
常
that
に
boy!
この子たちが足元
Check
にな
that
らな
shit
いように裏で計算が走っていてできるだけ安定してダンジョンをクリアできるように火力調整が行われてたりしますね。
So of course, for example, sometimes the enemies might cast certain AoE attacks multiple times, and with each time your NPCs
I would
move
really-
out of the way, they're not able to attack So sometimes they try to catch up and compensate by going into very powerful attacks and in multiple times so that they can raise their damage. So the calculations are done in the fact so that these NPCs won't sort of drag you down, and you will be able to go through these dungeon content without having to worry too much about them being in the way, so to speak.
So the long and short of what she just said is that the cooldowns that these NPCs are going to use are complete bullshit, and they're just going to do whatever the fuck they need to do
Of
do
that
damage.
enemy is ridiculously long.
まあしょうがないんです。妖精なんでいろいろな名前を持ってらっしゃるんですよ。
Yes,
Oh,
because
thank you,
it can't be helped because it's one of the pixies or the fairies. It has a lot of different way in which it is called.
カエルです。
まあそれ3文字じゃん。
Some frog.
I'm very
Yo,
interested in
Four
seeing.
letters or
Oh yeah, you're right. They
two
don't even have MP
Japanese
bars.
characters. Yes, I understand.
さあでは実際にボスだとこのフェイスたちどうなるのかを見てみましょう。特にタンク役のサンクレットがですね、素早くプレイヤーのようにですね、向こう側へ移動してくれたりするのでちょっと見てあげてください。
So let us do a boss fight so that we can see these NPCs.
I would love to see these NPCs move out of the way of shit.
Once he's got the enemy's attention, he'll probably switch over so that they can get the enemy to face the other way.
では行きましょう。
There we go.
頑張れサンクレット。
Come on.
Shit, it's that boy.
行きます。
Look, Thancred turned the boss away.
面白くてしょうがないです。
That's already better than a lot of tanks. Good job, Thancred.
Turn the enemy to the other side.
このボスってそれぞれこうただの単位攻撃。
Did you see how Urianger didn't get out of the way of that in time and didn't take any damage? Because fuck it.
それはね見ててください。
Okay, let's see them do a. Oh wow, they're all just running to stand in the shit.
Unusual ones. Ouch. But
ほら
yeah, if
こ
you
の
would
こ
pay
いつら微動だにしないじゃん。
See,
こっ
these
ちこっちですか？
guys knew where to go, and they are unaffected.
See, this is what they meant by they can't carry you. Because if you don't do the mechanic right, you will die. And then you'll wipe.
シェアですね。
Let's see them all stack. That icon means stack, you dumb motherfuckers.
Including Manchuria.
ちゃんとあれですよ。皆さん合わせてあげるんですよ。市販の時ね。
And of course, when you do see those stack indicators, everybody comes together and makes sure that they're taking the damage together.
じゃあ皆さんダメージだけじゃなくて NPC たちがどう動くか注目してみましょう。Let's see how NPC is moving on. 動きましたね。しか
アンチはここか？
何こっち？わあ、perfect.
So they pointed out that one of the ways they can do this,
Is it here? Do I go here?
one of the ways to do these dungeons is to run them first with a party with these guys, and they will essentially teach you how to do the
俺が
mechanics.
4人で行った時みんなで積み上がりまくりそうです。It's gonna be harder to go with other players.
イメージさんについていけば、
I just need to follow Urianger
ちゃんとね自分のところに来てくれる。
and see.
Oh, that's interesting. So they had the stack marker on Yoshi, and when he moved, the AI moved to him.
覚えてないんじゃないか
Can't tell if you're really getting any practice with this or not. Not sure if you would memorize the moves with this.
Follow Urianger. ついていけば
I don't think the mechanic is just don't stand in the puddles. I think it's actually.
だって
Wait, is it actually just don't stand in the puddles? Is that literally the whole thing? That's the whole. Wait, why is he?
な。遅かった遅かった。
Too late.
あ
That's it. That's the whole. All right, Yoshi, come on,
すぐ動かないとこうなります
come on, Yoshi. What are
美
you
味しいと
doing?
こ持ってくよ
But I'm gonna
はいはいはい
イエーイ
イエーイ
finishing blow.
まあという感じでですね
That's interesting. He said that they drop 1/4 the amount of gear, but there's still a treasure coffer there.
こんな変化もあったり
うん、
And then
Oh, holy
once we
shit.
defeat that mini boss, you see the change of scenery.
さっきのダンジョントレーラーでもありましたけど、皆さんも言ってたけど結構外が印象的なダンジョンって多い感じなんですか、So, I mean, from the dungeon trailer, people are saying a lot of, I mean, outside of the field feel like dungeons. Are there many that type of dungeons?
そうね今回は、まあ、メインシナリオに絡んでるっていうのも結構大きいんですけど、シチュエーションに合わせたバトルを作ってったら結果すごいなんていうんだろうバラエティに富んだダンジョンになったなとは思いますね。
That's true, and I think it's also because we are following the main scenario as we go through these different dungeons, so it tends to be outdoors. But at the same time, when we were designing these battle content, we wanted to make it so that the encounters are based on whatever situation you're in, and so I think it resulted in a very large variety of environments.
で今のでまあ大体もう13、4分まあ経ってくるんでまあ今喋りながらだったっていうのもありますけどまあこういうペースで進むんで大体まあ30分とかぐらいになりますかね。
So, as you can see, it took us about 13, 14 minutes. I mean, we were talking while we were battling, so it may have been more or less so. But that's the kind of pace at which you will be going through the dungeon content with your trust. So, again, one whole dungeon would take probably.
Hey, Itla, don't worry about
30 minute
Minfilia
time.
being there. Don't worry about it. It's not
という
important.
わけでまあ今回は
Very not important at all.
ミンフィリアの組み合わ
Don't you worry about
せ
it.
でさっきちょっと掛け合いが
Showed
ありま
back
した
up.
よね。
She's like, hey, what's up?
わ綺麗
Hey, what's up, guys?
言うとおい集中しろみたいな。
Don't worry about it.
そんなにめちゃくちゃな数は用意してなくてじゃないともうなんか探すの大変になっちゃうんで数はめちゃくちゃ用意してないんですけどそのストーリー進行上こいつだったらなんかありそうだなみたいなところは用意もしてあったりするので、一通りまあプレイヤー4人で行って、落ち着いた頃サブジョブのレベリングとかっていう時にも使ってもらえるのでまあそういうところですそういったシナリオのアフターフォローをね見てみるっていうのもありかなと思います。
So of course, as we pointed out, there was a little bit of banter between Thancred and Minfilia when those flowers popped out of the branches. Minfilia was very pleased, and while Thancred is telling her to pay attention to the battle. So of course, we haven't prepared a whole lot of dialogue that goes on between these NPCs because I think it would take away from going through the dungeon content, just trying to look for these dialogue options. But we did prepare certain combinations of characters would to have that kind of dialogue, differing dialogue with these characters. So perhaps maybe in the first run, go into the dungeon with 4 players. Going into it together, and then maybe if you wanted to level your other jobs.
Oh yeah, the pairs would
trust
be
system might be very
Thancred,
helpful.
Min,
あとは
Alize and Alphino,
単
and
価初めて
Ryoshe and
やってみる
Stola.
っていう人はまあこのフェイスと一緒にやるとね非常に気楽に練習できますのでそちらもね試していただければと思います。
Or, for example, if you've never done tank before, this might be a good way to practice in some of the dungeons. Go into it by yourself casually and sort of rehearse.
であとリミットブレイクですけど、
はい
今僕は DPS ジョブなので自分で使いました、でミンフィリアは遠慮して僕が DPS だと使わないんですけど、これがアリゼだとあいつお構いなしに、使います溜まった瞬間使います。
So of course, and limit breaks as well. Right now we went into the dungeon with Yoshida as a DPS job, so he went ahead and utilized the limit break once it became available. But you may have been able to tell that Minfilia hesitated. She wanted to let the player utilize the limit break. But had you brought Alize into your party, she is very gung-ho, so she will shoot that limit break. As soon as that gauge fills up, she will shoot that limit break.
まあほらアリゼは性格上ねこう敵を倒すことが自分の貢献だっていうふうに強く信じているし、まあそのために修行をしてきたっていうのもあるので、
That's fucking fantastic.
まあ彼女はねなんだろう非化線に打たせるぐらいだったら私が打ちますっていう感じですね。まあだからそういう性格もねつけてあるっていう感じです。
But of course, with Alize, it's just her personality. She feels that by her defeating the different enemies, it is her contribution to the party, and that's what she had trained for. So she would rather shoot the limit break rather than having the Warrior of Light do it for her. So there's a lot of personality in the actions that these NPCs will take.
で自分がタンクやヒーラーやってる時っていうのはミンフィリアであってもちゃんと自分でリミットブレイク使うようになります、はい。
And so, had you gone into the dungeon with as a tank job or a healer job, and Minfilia was part of your party, then she would be more active in utilizing the limit break.
Oh, see, that's nice. See,
まあ、大体そんなところでしょうかね。
I think that covers trust system.
大
hey,
丈夫かな
that's a good system. It's really hey, look at that. It's a good. Hey, look at
で
that.
はちょっと戻してもらいましょう。
Roll that back into
So
the rest of the
switching
game now.
back to
パワーポイン
PowerPoint.
トでは続いて参りましょう。
Right,
So let's go to
Do
next.
it.
Next
It's
is
good system.
ギャザラー
Yeah.
です。ギャザラー&クラフターアジャストメント。
はい、
Let's talk
これまで
about
です
the
ね
really fucking dork-ass
どうしても世界中で
shit.
注目が高いということでですね、バトルとかジョブのお話を中心にしてまいりましたが、ギャザラークラフターにも、多数のですねプレイしやすくなるような調整とかですね、アクションの調整行われておりますので、ご紹介していきたいと思います。
はい、お願いします。
So, of course, up until this point, we did focus on talking about battle systems, content, and whatnot, only because we feel that a lot of players were keen on finding out more information on these. But, of course, we will be making updates to Disciples of the Hand and Disciples of the Land as well, so that it is more comfortable to play, and we've also adjusted the different actions that are associated with these classes.
さあ行きましょう。では、
Right? Moving on.
はい、まずギャザラーの調整点からです。
Oh, look at that big old
So,
miner. Look
adjustments
at him.
made
He's
to
cool.
the gatherers.
当然ですがレベルキャップ解放されますので新たなアクション、
Really?
新たな特性を、
Wow.
習得するようになります。
So of course, with the raising of the level cap,
can't
we will
believe
have
it.
these classes learn new actions and traits.
ギャザラーは全般的にですねかゆいところに手が届くっていう調整を行われています。次の項目を
So with gatherers, we tried to address points where
Wow.
people really wanted that itch to be scratched, and sort of raise the quality of life features.
はい、いいよ次もいっちゃって、はい、最終手帳で確認できる情報っていうのがねこうやって増えてます。
So there are several elements that you can now see in your logs.
とにかくですね今までど
Holy
うしたんだっけ
shit.
っていうのが覚えてたりメモしなきゃいけなかったので、これらが、常時表示されるようになっていったり
That's
サブコマンドですね
awesome.
とても近い時間はラムリ追加まあ結局エオルゼア時間に支配されるのみたいなのがちょっと変わらないんですけど、はい。
So I'm sure a lot of you had different things to keep track of, and if you don't, some people might have had to make memos or notes about which items or where they are, etc. So we tried to make adjustments so that those items can be seen on your logs. There's also an alarm feature that you can access through the subcommand. Of course, it will still be in Eorzean time, so I'm sorry if you feel like you have to pay attention to Eorzean time, but still.
で時間の話をすると、まあ、今回第一世界に
So people don't understand what this
じゃ
is.
ないですか。
Basically, there are mining points for rare materials that only pop up every hour or two, and they're adding the ability to
So we just
make
mentioned,
alarms for yourself
time,
in game for those
right now.
timers.
And of course, our adventurers will be going to the first, which is, well, outside of the source. So is it going to be Eorzea time or is it Norvrand time?
Indeed.
ノルブラント時間が今午前6時だから、時差がエオルゼア時間とみたいなね。
Will we have a case where, okay, so it's 6 a.m. Norvrand time, and so with the time zone difference,
それがですねなんと偶然ノルブラント時間とエオルゼア時間がぴったり一致しているようでして、
That's legitimate.
なんという偶
Great,
然。
great.
Oh, but what a coincidence! Norvrand time and Eorzea time has no time zone difference. Hooray!
なんと偶然。
Isn't that crazy?
なので皆さんはエオルゼアタイムをそのまま覚えていただければ大丈夫かなと。
So if everybody just keeps in mind the Eorzean time, you should be good in the first.
さあさらに、続きますね。
What a coincidence.
Continuing on.
餌多すぎなんだよっていうことに、お答えしてですね、もうそろそろいいだろうということですね。新生エリアのお魚は万能餌。
I got a buddy of mine who's going nuts trying to catch rare fish in 2.0 right now.
エリアはこれ一つで大丈夫。
But next is for our fishers, new tackles. I'm sure there are so many to keep track of as well, and we feel that I think it's about time that for the Realm Reborn area, 2.0 areas, we will have this sort of universal bait, the boilies that will be added, so you can catch any type of or various different fish in the 2.0 area.
まあいずれね、蒼天餌
That's awesome.
餌とかね出てくるかもしれませんね。
We might add dedicated tackles for the Heavensward area or the Stormblood area eventually, maybe.
はい、続いて、既存の
イエーイ
取得難易度を、緩和いたして
Fucking thank God.
The difficulty of obtaining tomes of regional folklore will be reduced.
まあ、キャサラは割とシンプルなのでやることがとにかく利便性を上げていこうというのが、今回大きな調整の、ポリシーになっております。
So the actual work that goes into what the gatherers do is fairly simple, we believe. So with the adjustments that we had made, we had gone for providing more convenience in what you need to get done.
さあ続いてはですねクラフターに行きましょう。
Next for our
That's a
disciples of
nice
Pan.
fucking
まあ
coat.
当然ですがこちらもですね、レベルキャップ
No
がありますので
shit, motherfucker.
新たなアクションが追加されます。
And of course, with these as well, because of the raising of the level cap, new actions will be added.
それと同時にですねいろいろまあ、ビエルゴを取らないと話にならないんでっていうことですね。レベリングの制約が結構大きかったので
No need to level
ビエルゴはですね
fucking
全クラス持ってます。
Culinarian and Carpenter if you don't care anymore.
At the same time, there were certain sort of actions or traits that was required for leveling your different classes, like Fiery Gods,
I know.
Blessing, and Steady Hand too. So we
There's no,
adjusted it
tricks
so
of the
that
trade
those
here,
two
by the
will be
way.
added to all of the classes.
That's still not enough, though. You need to add all of them.
まあどこから始めてもいいよという調整を全体にかけております。
So I'm sure new players will be joining us.
Like, that's
with
helpful.
Shadowbringers. So we made it so that it doesn't.
Muscle memory's
matter where
51
you get
Culinarian. Yeah,
started.
there it is. You need muscle
さらに
memory.
ですね、属性を持ってたレシピがあったんですが、属性をですねもう全部
What?
撤廃しました。
Oh, that's nice.
で
The
属性に
recipe
関連する
aspect
アクション
system
を一つに
sucked
統合する
ass.
ことで、面倒くささをですねなくしております今回。
So of course, with some of the recipes, there were certain aspects that were associated with it, and
Oh,
sometimes it
it'll
was a
free up
hassle,
cross-class
so we decided
slots.
to
You're right,
simplify it
Cyborg.
and clean it
You're
up.
totally
And
right.
So recipe aspects will be removed, and all related actions
People that
will
don't
be
know what this
consolidated
aspect
into
system
one.
is, it sucks ass,
これ
and it's good that it's
まあ
gone.
ですね初めて見たも
There's
のを
like
入れ替える
10
のを忘れ
items
て
in
い
the
て
whole game total that
ダメ
use
だもう壊
elemental
れる
bullshit, and
瞬間もな
it's
くなり
a
ますんで
needless frustration for no reason.
So you will not have those instances where you started crafting and then, oh no, it's going to break, and you have to worry about it. Is that kind of worry is now going to be gone.
これがですね俺会社と家でそれぞれやってて途中まで会社でやってて家戻って続けようと思ったら設定違っててそうねマクロをその分用意するの手間だから手打ちで書き換えたりしてたらやるんですよねよく。
But of course Yoshida utilizes both he goes into the game while at work and at home as well, and so he would start at one location and then go back to home and continue doing it, and he forgets sometimes the settings that he had, and he realizes, oh, I need to switch it over. So once it's a pain in the ass to sort of set up the macros and whatnot, and so
It sure
once
is.
he starts to manually program them in, you end up with like accidents and then things happening. So
はい、ではですねさらにですね、UI 関連大きくアップデートしております。
Next, we made a lot of adjustments to the user interface as well.
制作ウィンドウをですね完全リニューアルというか、まあ、情報をかなり追加させてもらって分かりやすくしていこうということになりました。
So of course it says here the crafting UI will be updated, but basically we will be adding some more information that you can see on screen so that it's easier to grasp.
まあ何がどうなってるかちょっと解説しましょう。
So let's go into some of the details.
耐久と状態をまあ一目で絵的
I
に分
like
かり
they're
やすくす
showing
るよ
off
うに
baked
ということですね。
Papira
左上
Pira.
に
I
その
made
状態
all
が
of my
追加され
money
て
back
ま
in
す。
Heaven's Word
So
off
of
that
course,
fucking fish
durability
pie.
and condition will be displayed more clearly in a sort of visual sense.
さらにですね、
was a
よく間違う、
good DPS food.
収集品ですね、状態がですね、2箇所に表示されるのでもう見落とさない。
And then I understand that people make a mistake on this fairly often, but collectible synthesis. So when active, the collectible synthesis status will be clearly displayed.
I'm so glad they're
自
showing
分
off
で自分で突っ込むんでね、あれね。
the fucking
Sometimes
stacks you
you notice it
have.
after the fact, and you're like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
皆さん納得ですね。
ええ
So people
people-
agrees.
はい、でさらにですね、制作関連のステータスです。
Showing the
あとこの
stacks
100
is
のアクション
actually the
実行した
most
時
important thing
まあどれぐらい
by far.
上昇が見込めるのかっていうところがですね、下のウィンドウに表示されるようになります。まあ計算しやすくなるってことですね。
So of course, active crafting statuses as well as the resulting increases from actions, assuming a base of 100% efficiency, will
That's
be
good.
displayed during synthesis.
That's good.
Basically
I like
saying
that.
It'll be easier to visualize and calculate your progress.
ちょっとこのままにしておいてほしいんですけど、この今表示されてるウィンドウの下になんか矢印上方向へなんか矢印が2個こう
ありますね
ついてますよね。クイットボタンの左側にね。
So if you can look at the screen on that UI window example that we're showing, towards the bottom of the screen, next to the quit button, you may see these two sort of directional, like triangle-looking icon.
俺のようなガチ勢にかかればこんなもの
That
など
increase count is
頭
crazy
の中で
good.
全て分かっているので
ほ
邪魔だとこのウィンドウ
はは
という場合はですね、あそこを押してもらえば閉じますんで
う。める。
畳めるんで、はい
And so for those more hardcore players who can calculate everything in their head, who don't need any sort of visual assistance,
Yeah,
that
Smevster
too,
points
triangular
out that Final
icon is
Fantasy
what
XIV
sort of
crafting
closes
is a
those
fucking
details.
freak
はい、いいですよ。
Alright.
side activity compared to all
で
other MMOs. It's
さらに
so
です
in
ね
depth. It's so
制
ridiculous.
作手帳にも効率100のアクションを実行した時、まあどれぐらい上昇期待できるのというのがですね、表示されるようになります。
And in terms of the increases from action, assuming a base of 100% efficiency, will be displayed in the crafting log. So you can see it in your crafting log and sort of
Oh my God,
anticipate what your rate is going to be.
いいよ、
Oh
その
my serious, you'll be able to tell if you could do it
まあこちらも
from the
こうなりますね。
it's
Of
amazing.
course, for these, a visual example you can see on the screen.
作業と加工をそれぞれ行った場合、まあどれぐらい、パラメータが上がるかというのが、分かるようになります。
So of course, crafters can therefore confirm the increase in progress and quality from actions, assuming a base of 100% efficiency prior to synthesis.
あと全体の 5.0 以降のクラフトバランスを取るためにですね、 5.0 以降のレシピでは、まあできるだけ初期品質の上限というのを上げたので HQ の素材を多く使う
Damn.
ほど HQ が、作りやすくなるというバランスに
Initial quality up to
70
70 fucking
So it
5%.
says the maximum
That's
initial
crazy.
quantity limit will be raised from 50% to 75% for many 5.0 and later recipes. So basically, if you utilize more HQ items in there, you have
You will be able to
a better
guarantee
you have
HQ
a better time
crafts
creating HQ items
without
in
max
synthesis.
stats and shit like that. Just get HQ everything.
そして
That's bananas.
はい、秘伝書ですね
Yay!
4巻5巻6巻取得難易度を緩和しますので、まあ取りやすくなると。まあ秘伝書も多いんでもう
And of course, the difficulty of obtaining master recipe books 4, 5, and 6 will be reduced. There's just so many of them nowadays. I think it's about time to reduce the difficulty of obtaining these.
まあ細かい値の調整が
Is this the
いろ
ultimate
いろ
part?
内部的にも行われてますので
It sure the
触っていただけると
fuck
ですね、分かってくるんじゃないかなと思います。
and we do have other finer adjustments that are being made internally. So we hope that.
So I want to point out that
players
somebody
will,
said, are they
get
going to fix the
try it out
ability
and
for
see it
HQ
firsthand.
materials dropping
で
off
おそら
of
く
enemies
基本的
to
に
have
採
more
集できるも
often?
のとか
And
ク
yes,
ラフト
because
で
you'll
き
be
る
able
もの
to
とか
cash in
それから
fate
まあ
tokens
新
to
式
get
があるのないのみたいな
HQ
ところは
enemy
4.X シ
parts.
リーズをそのまま引き継いでると思っていただければ良いので、何か準備をしようという方はですね、4.0 スタート時を思い出していただければほぼほぼ、間違いございませんので、それは申し、添えておきます。
Itla asks, is crafting for
And so,
crazy
of
people,
course,
or
in
should
terms
everyone
of,
try it?
what
The
can
answer
be
is yes.
gathered, what can be crafted, will there or will not be crafted gear and whatnot. It's safe to assume that we've pretty much carried over what we have done for 4.x series. So I think it's safe to assume that you can start making preparations as if you were getting ready for the previous expansion, Stormblood.
そしておそらく最もこの PLL で関心が高いであろう、マテリア。マテリア、これは
マテリア。
すごいのが出るのか、どうなのか。
And another element I'm sure people are very keen on finding out about is the Materia. Materia, is there going to be another tier? Is there something that's going
Are we going to get grade 7 Materia?
Yeah,
How's Materia going to work for crafting? It's the moneyest sink ever.
Should I or should I not?
It's how people
まあ、あと
make
2 週
money
間だから今回
and
は
lose
黙っ
the
てようか。
money.
I mean, it's only 2 weeks until we can access Shadowbringers ourselves, so maybe we'll just keep it silent for now.
You son of a bitch.
まあ僕も含めてどうしましょうね。高度な情報戦をすると。
吉田さんがじゃダメでしょ。
But yeah, I'm torn on what to do, but I think we're
まあ僕とほら皆さんの付き合いもだいぶ長いので、僕がこういう言い方をするときってね、過去だとね、はいどっちだったかっていうことだけヒントとしてお伝えしておきましょう。
So we're not going to clearly state it, but I mean, the fact that we're behaving like this might be a good indicator of what's to come next. So maybe make your speculations based on
They're gonna
さあでは、
change the Materia
最
system
後
up
にで
for
すね、
sure.
クラフターギャザーの、新装備をですねご紹介しておきましょうか。
Okay, and so finally for this section, we would like to show off some of the gear design for the new Disciples of the Land and Disciples of the Hand.
はい。
Hey, for anybody who wants to get into crafting and or gathering, let me give you a pro tip. These gear sets are
おしゃれ装備で欲
pointless.
しくなるデザインが多いですね。
確かに。
Many of these, I mean, these look nice, and you might want to have them for like glamour gear even.
はいはい。では続いて
Next,
クラフターですね。
our Disciples of the Hand, our crafters.
3つずつもらっていいですか。
We'll go 3 at a time.
結構ね、14チームに新しい新卒のアートを描く子たちが結構入ってですね、今回結構その子たちに先輩がいろいろ指導しつつ、
They're talking about how you could use
若
them
い
for
セン
glamour
スで
because
作られてたりしますね。
people nutting over this
So
crafting
with
shit
the
are gonna
art
get the
team at
the base
Final
one.
Fantasy XIV development team, we had new grads join us in our art team. So they sort of followed the directions of their seniors, and I think we
Look at that Weaver jackass.
some fresh
Look at
blood
that
into,
fucking
the designs that we
asshole.
offered this time.
Weaver
賞
jackass.
金師かっこいいよね。
Oh, the Weaver sets are always so
Really
fucking.
nice.
Oh my god.
裁縫師はマジシャンかな。
I'm weaving my own thoughts into a dress.
裁縫師はですね、まあぶっちゃけ言うと裁縫するだけなので、盛らないとなんだろういかんのですよ歴代。
なるほどなるほど。
I mean, weavers typically just, well, they manipulate clothing and they sew and whatnot. So, I mean, we gotta make them flashy in some way.
はい
で、
はい。さっきね、
Yeah, Alchemist gets the best looking one
出てま
for
した。
sure. It's a
はい
lab coat.
Yeah, we
I
saw
really
some
hope you're able to
comments,
glam
talking
these
about how the
onto
Alchemist outfit looks really cute.
like all the sets because that Alchemist lab coat is the shit.
そうですね。
何
フライパン何かね、
ね
That frying pan.
なんかのモンスターのね耳みたいな。
Why wouldn't you? Because you can't glamour
Some kind of monster
things that are
with
specific
little
classes
ears
onto
there.
other classes.
はいはい。
はい。
といった感じでございます。
じ
Okay,
ゃあ
I
一
think
旦
that's
カメラにしていただいてありがとうございます。といったところで 前半戦はこんなところでしょうか。
そうですね。
The first half.
They have to do crafting or actually buy that outfit. That outfit will totally be locked to
は
level
い、で、
80
まあ、後半は
alchemists.
システム関連のアップデートとかですね、
はい。
あとはレイドをね、何にも話してないんで、レイドをちょっと話したりしていきましょうか。
So of course, for the latter half, we will be talking about more system-related updates, and then raids. I don't think we've talked about raids yet, so we will cover that as well.
じゃあ一旦休憩に入りますが、
はい、そう、
So
休
we're gonna
憩です。
go into break
ブレイク
for a
何
little
時ま
bit.
でにしようかな。ちょっと過ぎちゃったから。
ええ
Oh, we're gonna do a break.
20分まで。
休憩約15分休憩しましょう
はい。
か。So let's take the latter half will begin at 4:20 Pacific time.
So 15 minutes from now.
日本時間ですと、
うん
8時20分から後半戦始めたいと思います。で、休憩中ですが、本日の休憩のお供
420
ですが動画をですね、2本ご用意いたしました。一つ目は、
I fucking hate you,
プライマ
fucking
ルズか
potheads.
ら新しいミュージックビデ
You've
オ。
ruined the word 420, but at the same time, it's really fun to do it ironically. So I'm torn. I'm torn.
フル弱で流すんだって。腹太っ腹。
いつ休憩すんだよ。
まあまあ、休憩はしたらいいじゃないですか。
なるほどね。
それに続きまして、先々月、行ってまいりましたロンドン、サンフランシス
It's
コ
a word. The word is 420.
振り返りビデオを
420 is a word
紹介
now.
したいと思います。So during the break, we are gonna show two videos. One is the new music video from Primals. We are gonna show Escape,
That's when I'm gonna take a pee.
and followed by the Media Tour recap video. はい。
Full length, the Primals video. When are we
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
take a
full
break?
length.
We're so enthralled in the video.
休憩の定義がやっぱり14なんかちょっとおかしい気がするけど、じゃあ20分頃まで、はい、
Oh, I'm getting ready to
させていただこうと思います
Oh, I'm so
We can
excited.
actually take a break with all this interesting content, but
I'm
yes,
gonna wait
we
for
will
that
see you
fucking
again,
shitty music video
at
thing to come up, and I'm gonna be
4:20
like, oh, I'm gonna pee right here.
20 a.m. Japan time.
はい、それでは、
Alright.
後ほど
Oh, yeah, here we go. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? I got so much piss out of my balls, guys. You don't even know. Oh. And you know what? I left Paige a little bit of piss on the floor just as a big surprise. When she gets in there and she puts her feet down and she's like, So a lot of that shit looked really good. Guys, it's a joke. I didn't pee on the floor. Are you... You fucking people, I swear to God. Hey, let's get into some of the submissions that probably have questions in them that could be covered. Let's see. Parkin Bear sub. Thanks, Parkin. Cyrus Spain kicked in $5. Thanks, Cyrus. Asks, Pat, my boy, spoilers for the chat. Maybe. I'll talk around it. How do you feel about the Yotsuyu storyline conclusion? Everyone that I know gets teary-eyed about how good it is. I don't think it's that good. But I hated it so much. I'll at you why if you care. I don't care that much, I'll be honest. The important thing about Yotsuyu is that she's evil and that she's very attractive. And in the storyline conclusion, she was very evil and very attractive. So it's fine. Asashi is a bitch. He is a bitch. And he got bitched. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, some media tour shit. Who gives a fuck? Let's see. Metal Panic sub for 5. Thank you. Cervaticus sub for 14. Says Twitch mobile app finally added resub messages. Hooray! Ah, cool. Let's see. Mega Brogus kicked in $5. You talked a lot about the ports on the podcast before, so what's the best modern system to play FF7 on before the remake comes out? It depends. You can go two ways. You can go for Clean Classic, which is the PS4 version, which is pretty much as it was back in the day. If you want to go for the best version, you get the PC version, then you mod in the old music, and then you put the Remako mod, I think it's called, where somebody used the AI nonsense to redo all the textures. So it's just a cleaned up version of the older game. The King Came sub, thank you. Appreciate it. King and Noob sub for 4 says, got my wisdom teeth pulled out and I'm stuck in the house for the next few days while I bleed everywhere. Careful, you could die if you go to sleep. Thanks for making my day more enjoyable. Nah, you're probably fine. Don't worry about it. Old music got patched in? Aw, sick. So just use that texture mod. It's Chicken Scratch sub for 3. This has got to stream late. Is the trust system for all dungeons or just new? It is for the Shadowbringers dungeons only currently. Div Ryan sub for 11. Some fucking kid dabbed at me in my car while I was stopped at a crosswalk. I dabbed back like the fucking tool that I am. The stream just fucking died. Are you fucking for real? Ooh. Congrats, Divrine. Your shit dabs killed the stream. I can't. Divrine killed the stream with his shit dabs. Why did you do that? I'm doing a thing here. Dab on the dead stream. Dab. There it is. Alright. Let's reload that shit. Oh my fucking god. Give me a fucking break. Okay, they fixed it. They fixed it. Mr. Berserker 97 kicked in 777. Thank you, Mr. Berserker. Thank you. Frodo's Maximus sub for 15. Thank you. Red Kings 517 sub for 2. Thank you. And Baron Von Jarvis sub for 4. Thank you. Fredbet kicked in 4 months. Say, I have no idea about this game and I don't know why I'm here. Oh, hey, man. Come on in. We're being a bunch of dorks about crafting adjustments in here. You want to get into craftments? Hey. Craftment? Craftment? Why do you keep saying craftment? Crafting adjustments. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Crafting adjustments became craftments in my mind. Shut up! Oh my god. Okay. Some new system craftments. Hey. Watch it die at the same place. Watch it die at the same place. Wouldn't that be funny? Is anything in the Garuda quest as horrible as the Titan lead up? No, nothing in the game is as bad as the Titan lead up. Titan lead up's so bad. Hey, what's his name? Gajuru? Whatever, that fucking Lalafell guy, asshole in Costa del Sol. I need only the finest cheese so that you may fight Titan. Where is my cheese? Go to a dungeon from the goblins, for only the best is cheese. And you're like, this is the dumbest part of the whole story. This is really bad. This is really, really quite stupid. This is really bad. Oh my god, look, it's that class, it's that race they spent no time on. Doing wine with the homeless guy made you want to die? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, Frey was born at that moment, you're right. Although your Darkseid's name is actually Esteem. It's not Frey. How screwed would a new person be to start this now? Not screwed at all. Okay, Zamzov asks, how do you think Viera and Catman, I can't remember the name, they're Hrothgar, will rank in race popularity? Hrothgar will be dead last, and Viera will be dead first. Also, somebody says it's literally called Frey in the level 70 quest. Yeah, and when you load up Living Shadow, and Living Shadow pops out of your fucking body, the goddamn character's name is Esteem. Assholes. Get out of here, monkey weed. You don't know what you're talking about, fucking dumb, stupid idiot. You don't know. Shut up. Hey, nerds.
So let's get started.
Trying to tell me about fucking Dark Knight. You think I don't know about fucking Dark Knight? Who the fuck are you talking to, you dumb motherfuckers? It's 420. 420.
休憩中に配信ソフトがクラッシュする事故が起こりまして、大変申し訳ございませんでした。
配信ソフトって なかなか
Oh, Onyx Memory asks, Pat, are you upset about Living Shadow being a glorified DOT? No, I like DOTs. I like Scourge. Giving us Scourge back as a 2800 potency over 24-second dot is pretty much exactly what I wanted. It's the strongest button in the fucking
休憩
game.
でしたから、はい、
Thank goodness it was during the break, though.
じゃあ早速後半戦いきましょうか。
はい、
はい、
お願いします。はい、システム関連アップデートからです。
はい、
Let's start with the system updates。お願いします。よいしょ。
システム関連のアップデートをお伝えしていきます。でですね、まあとにかく細かくですね、
Size could suck my ass.
今日ご紹介した以外にもですね、3倍4倍あるんですけど、まあ残りはパチノートでいいだ
Their
ろう
audio's
と
back up at max,
とい
dude.
うことで、いくつか主要どころをお伝えしていこうと思います。
So of course, with system updates, we have made so many of them. So many of them. I think 3 or 4 times more than what we have prepared today. But we figured, I mean, we will be releasing patch notes soon, so maybe we can.
Yeah! Patch notes!
So for today's presentation, we wanted to just pick up a few key elements.
まずは皆さんが、一番馴染みの深いこちらからご紹介しましょう。
Okay, so let us start with something which we are very deeply accustomed with.
新たなトームストーンがですね、
Wow, that's stupid.
魔剣幻想という2つとなりました。
So new tombstones. We will be introducing Gotia and Phantasmagoria.
That's fucking
痛く
stupid.
なるやつ。すみません。
おそらく14最後のトームストーンが最終幻想になるんじゃないかっていうね。
Maybe the final sort of tombstone we will ever introduce to 14 will probably be Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy.
幻想の方がですね修正源に
Or
なっておりまし
patch
て、
notes. I
こ
want
ち
them.
らはですね漆黒のヴィランズ正式サービス開始から約4週間後に実装される予定となっております。
So
Same as
Phantasmagoria
always.
is going to be your weekly ones, and so it will open up 4 weeks after the official release of Shadowbringers.
果たしてね第一世界に行くアラグ帝国
People are totally gonna call them Fanta.
ねどうなるのか。
確かに。
So of course we're going to the first. Is there such a place or such elegance? Are they there in the first?
まあ黙ってましょう。
Okay, we'll keep quiet about that part though.
はい、そしてですね新たな、ギャザラークラフタースクリップに
Of course.
薬価が追加となります。
So
Of
new
course.
scripts will be added for crafters and gatherers. We call them white scripts.
続いて喜ぶ方も多いんじゃないかと思います。
And then
Talking to a
next,
buddy of mine about
a lot of
Rowena,
fans will be happy to
and
hear
we're gonna
this.
go to the first, and Rowena's gonna be there, and it's like, hey, are you the Rowena from the first? She's like, no, I'm from Rowena. I moved over from Mordona.
So
And
for
you're gonna be like,
Banter
what?
dresser capacity, we are doubling the size. It will be increased from 200
Yo,
to
that's
500
the
items.
shit
And
right
then
there.
global plates, we will be increasing 5
Double.
more from 10 plates to 15.
That's all your battle classes except for 2. So pick a role, and that role can keep the same.
が実装となります。
And then next will
So
be
like,
finishing preview will
fucking
be added.
pick casters, and the casters all look the same, and everybody else can have a unique fucking look.
は、非対応となりますが、ゲーム内に実装されていて、クラフトできたりね、NPC が買えるものは、全部プレビューできますよということになってます。
So of course, certain seasonal event items, rewards and optional items are exempted from
20
the
plates would be
Scourge
the
preview
ideal.
system,
That'll probably be
but,
coming later.
Most of the items
Because
that
that would
are,
be all battle classes
already
and
available
3
in the game,
specialist
as well as
crafters.
those that can be crafted, those that can be purchased from different NPCs, will apply to this system.
いきますかこれ。実機で。
Uh-oh.
Do we want
Update
to
your
look
fires
at this
protection, you
in
motherfuckers.
ですね、
はい
じゃあせっかく実機があるので、実機でですね、まあいくつか新しいマウントとかもあるんで、そちらも含めてねご紹介していこうかな。
So
Yeah,
first,
this
since
is
we do
good
have
stuff,
gameplay
but we're all
available here, we would like to
normal,
show some
so
of these off, including,
we knew it was gonna
new
happen.
that is, available.
This was all known, actually.
まあさっき
もう
実機いいですよ。
はい。
Right, we can switch over to gameplay.
まあアマロは見ていただきましたね。
Of course, we just saw the Amaro.
もう一個ですね。変わり種が。 思いますね。
One more interesting looking one.
Holy shit.
また
What the fuck is that?
カエル押すな。
Another frog.
Yet another
That's a fucking robo frog.
もう飛ぶとかなんです。
Of course, when it
Look at that robo frog.
right.
メカ
I hope the size doesn't change to accommodate for Rose, and Rose are just like, fuck.
うん、いいですね。It's good.
いいでしょ。
Yeah.
結構取るの大変ですよこれ。
It's going to be difficult to obtain this one. But
さらにですね、
はい。
then,
ガンブレーカー。
新たなタンクガンブレーカーです
of course, our
That's a
main tank
saber-tooth
Banter.
tiger.
が、
お
It's
ー
achievement.
Wow.
上位だとこれに鎧がつきます。
That's probably the PvP mount no one will ever. It's not PvP. That's probably the fucking hunt mount, like the tiger, that no one will ever, ever, ever get.
まあもうあれですよね。ファイナルファンタジー14だんだんね、
はい。
もうなんていうんだ信じれば
Oh, Gunbreaker mount. Oh, cool. That is cool. No one will ever, ever get it.
More and more of these mounts that you see, it's more like if you can believe it, you can fly. You don't even see any sort of like visual effects around it.
当たり前のように。
そうパンダぐらいまでの時はなんか一応
Don't worry about it.
草
She
が
can
あった
fly.
んだよね
Whatever.
Maybe like up to the
うん。
panda mount, you would see some kind of visual
Some
representation. That,
steps in the air, but now, wow.
多分信じる心で飛んでるんですよね。
we're flying with the belief that we can fly. I believe I can fly.
飛行機みたいなもんですよね。あれも信じ
信じる
る
からと。
気持ちで
It
飛んでる
flies because of magic. Shut up.
Believe it can fly, and it's flying.
何百人から信じれば。
だから嫌いなんだよ俺。
That's why I hate airplanes.
じゃあちょっと戻してもらっていいですか。
That's how it works.
準備をしますね。
Switching back for a moment, we need to make some preparations.
移動。
ですね。
Show me what the new goddamn dog, bird, pony shit is.
Push client, switching over to that.
What's the new fucking mount for primals, you fucks? Is it a stag? That'd be dope. Like a big old fucking magical deer?
ちなみにですけど、まあ、全然14関係ないんですけど。
Oh my god, if it was frogs, that would be the worst.
大丈夫ですよ。
So this is totally off topic, but Foxclan, you're okay with airplanes?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
ほ
揺れるじゃないですか。
うええ
飛行機の揺れは、私、こう世界で一番予想されてて揺れてると思ってるんです。So, I mean, sometimes, I mean, it's unstable air, the airplane shakes a bit, but it's predicted shake. It's not random shake, so that's good thing.
あ、
今刺さらなかった。
ええええ、それ何をおっしゃってるのか。
It didn't work.
Not sure what the reference was. Sorry.
逆らわない。
何に？
揺れに。こうね、揺れるときに、
うん
揺れに抗うからこう怖くなるんだと。揺れなされるが前にこうファンってしてれば飲み物がこぼれるぐらいで済みますから。
揺れた時点で怖い人はどうするの？
So I mean, yes, if we're just going with the flow with the turbulence and we're shaking. But what if you're afraid of the moment that you start shaking?
Okay,
What the fuck are they talking about?
はい。じゃあ実機へ
Okay, let's
ち
switch
ょ
back
っ
to
とわからないですね。
gameplay.
何を言ってるのか。
I
They were
still-
just
I
killing
still
time to get
don't
inside the
see
house.
eye to eye with you on this. I'm sorry.
これがですね、どこまでいけるかね。これぐらいでいいか。これ庭具と家具と両方プレビューできるので、まず
おー
はい。
So of course you can see the preview for both indoor and outdoor furnishings.
だから実際にね置いて
Oh
みれ
my
るんですよ
god.
あ、で動ける。You
And you
can
can
そう
actually-
そうそうそうそうそうそう。
Look
はい
at that shit. You can
で
preview the
これで
house.
こう切り替えるとですね。はい。
This is a feature that is bafflingly absent in the
そうそう
current
そう
version
だから
of
実
the
際に置
game.
いてみて試すことができる。
You can actually place it to see how it would fit
Oh.
in.
はいはい。
Oh wow.
こんな感じか。
はいはいはいはい。
あ、こんな雰囲気になるのね。
And get a visual image of what kind of, well, how it would look and what kind of environment you can
Gonna increase the furniture limit?
だ
Probably
からす
not.
ごい便利。一旦ここでこれを使ってシミュレーションしてみて、あ、これでいいやって決めてか
Probably
らどうやって入手するんだっけとか、はいはい。
So of course it's very convenient. So you can kind of simulate how you want to place your furnishings, and then once you've decided, you can go into well, okay, so how do I obtain this again?
すごいあれです。AR カメラでありそうですよね。家に家具置いてみたら
そうそうそう
こうなります。It's like a AR furniture app in the area.
Exactly, yeah.
でこれカテゴリーをちょっと見ていただきたいんですけど、ニューがあるでしょ。
New.
So you see this category, and it says new right here.
はい。
まあ最新パッチで実装されたものはニューのカテゴリーに入っているので、まあ何が追加されたかっていうのもまあ分かる。
いっぱい追加されてますね。
And those that were implemented in the new patch updates are categorized as new items. So you can see.
Oh, that's
a
really
list of
smart.
different
Oh,
items
that's a
that were
good
just
one.
Recently added to the catalog.
拡張パッケージですから。
Of course, because this is an expansion
Yeah,
pack.
that experience.
クリスタリウムジンハンガー。
Crystarium kitchen hanger.
ああ。壁につけれるんですよ。You can put it on.
Oh wow, curtain.
シンプルカーテンですよ。
It's a simple curtain.
Holy
床
shit.
に置いちゃったからそう。なるほどね。
そうそう。
Oh,
はいはい。
it's on the floor. That's why it looks kind of like, what is this?
こうすごいですよね。カテゴリーいろいろねこれ。
Different categories of furnishing type.
はあ。
うわうわうわうわうわ。
Oh,
ね、あるしね。常にお湯も。
Oh, there's that hot tub
and
everybody hangs out in.
always has hot water in it.
まあまあ本当超便利だと思うんですよね。
But again, I think it is going to be very convenient to have this.
でこれが屋内でしょ。
はい。
So that is some examples of indoor furniture.
で、もちろん屋外も、可能ですね。
Of course, we can do the same preview for
レビューしてから
outdoor
2個目かな。
furnishings.
これか。
はい。
はい。
ニュー。
ニューアグ。
New.
これは
Oh, what is this?
ちょうどいいですねこれ。
はあはあはあ
Yeah,
これ
good
は
timing.
ちょっと一回こっちへ戻してくれる
Can
か
turn
い。
on the camera.
Anybody remember that?
これはですね、コンテストをした時にですね、こちら
So when we ran a contest for this, the designs, here it is.
で、まあ実際配置してみるとね、こんな感じに。
And once it's placed in the environment,
What
here's
the fuck? You showing me a fucking
まあ
log?
こういう新しい。
かわいい。
はいはい。
it's a new
It's nice.
type of furnishing.
で、じゃあ一回
What the
実戻っていいですよ。
はい。
Going back to the gameplay.
暗っ。
Oh, so
あれこ
dark.
れ。あ、曇り。
あ、確かに
なる。ほどね。
Cloudy.
ちょっと待って。
Wait, what?
科学の力で。
力でね。
Power of science.
スラスラチームウェザーチどうかなあれ
Gradually
がないかな
Slowly, slowly, gradually.
これぞ神の力
Oh. Oh, power of God. Oh,
わあ
wow.
ちょっと待ってねちょっと薄暗いので
But because it's a bit dark, let us try something else. Oh, wait.
なんで
なんでしょう。4、
あれ
それって2桁でしたっけ ?4 桁だったりしますよね。
え
I have to do emails.
こっちは一瞬なんですね。
あはい
This one is not gradual.
いや、some secret conversation.
たまに神もコマンドを忘れる
Sometimes the god forgets his commands.
あのね、まあ、なんでかっていうと今日実は
はい。
ガチえこう
神よ。曇ってない。
もう歯向かうなこいつ歯向かいおった雨まで降ってきたよ
What did you do, you dumb fucks? I don't
神な
care.
どおらんみたいな
There's no god.
抗ってますね。
マジかよ強情だ
Come
な
on, you stubborn mother.
あのね今いわゆる最新鋭の開発サーバーって実はもうパッチ 5.1 の作業が始まっていていろいろまずいので使えなくてですね今日はもう一個のその最終マスターアップテストをするためのねサーバーにつないでる状態なので使えるねデバッグコマンドに限りがあるんですよね。
Give
Just to
patch.
provide some context, the actual like development server, the latest build is already in progress for the development of 5.1 content. So we're actually utilizing a server that a separate one where we're confirming the final master build. So our debug commands are a bit limited.
そう神の力も制限されてますね。The limited God's power.
It makes it sound like 5.0 is ready for submission. They just need to
まあ
test
こん
it.
な感じでですね、ニューアグも同じように、プレビューカテゴリー別に
This
で
must
す
be
ね
a fucking endeavor.
できますので、ぜひですね、ハウジング大好きな皆さんはですね、いろいろ本当にアイテム多くなってきて整理がいや覚えるのがね大変になってきたと思うので、プレビュー機能を活用してより深くて楽しいハウジングライフを送っていただければと思います。
素晴らしい。
So of course, as you can see, you are able to utilize this furnishing preview function to for your outdoor furnishings as well. So of course, I'm sure that you have to keep track of a lot of different furnishing items, and it does become a hassle to remember all of these different items. So we are hoping that with this new feature, it will allow for more depth and a more enjoyable time arranging your furnishings.
I don't really do any of the housing stuff.
You can test dying.
There's somebody in my FC that she pretty much runs the
そう
house.
プレビューした
So
い
this
な
is all
Yes,
just
if you
gravy
wanna
for
review your
not me.
furnishing.
これはいいね。
うん
うん。That's great. That's great.
せっかくなので、
はい。
ハウジング側もですね、新しい家具をちょっと配置したところをですね、開発チームがスクリーンショットを用意してくれたので、ちょっとご紹介しましょう
カメ。ラにしていただ
So
い
yeah, we'd like to take the opportunity to show off some screenshots that our team had captured with the different furnishing items.
て散りばめられておる。さあ、
Oh, wow.
いっぱいあるよ。
このキャラはついてこないんですよね。
Of course, the character does not come with.
She
a
was
camera.
probably the one that shot at you. Best waifu,
テー
yeah.
ブルの上にあるのレジ台ですよね。
So as you can see on the table, we see this large register, cash register of sort,
お店のロールプレイ用ですね。
はかど
これね
りますね。
so that you can.
There's something about them
play
holding up these
your,
fucking photos to the camera that is just like the fucking ghettoest shit in the world. It's unbelievable to me.
本当だ。
So, oh, we have a pair of glasses laid on the table.
もうなんか疲れた感じですよね。きっと眼鏡外して
あなるほどね
目を押さえ、多分株価暴落して結構吸ったみたいな
大赤字
状態なんじゃないですかこれ。
うち
We
の
have
お
this
店ど
very
うしようって。
tired person with their glasses taken off, and they're just in shock and despair because perhaps they had lost a lot in the stock market. Such
いやなんかそう見えない。
but
じゃあトラジェリー。
doesn't it look like that though?
やべ今月は赤字だよこれみ
Oh
たいな。
no!
What do you mean this
The
is going to
money
be
for this
meme to
month.
shit? They do this every
まあ
single
そん
live
なロール
letter.
プレイもね、
So it will allow for such role play as well.
よもや開発チームもこんなことを言われるとは思ってなかったのに。
いやだってなんか明らかにテーブルの上にさ帳簿みたいなのがあってさ
そうですね
メガネ置い
メガネ外
て
して
赤ってなってる。
レジ開いてるし。
まあせっかくなんでちょっと新
No, they don't do screenshots because it could
To show
fuck
you
up.
some new gear design as
So they
well
always hold
as-
out the photo. Yo, that looks awesome.
感じなんですね。
Is that Ninja Gear? Yeah, it is.
第一世界にロンカという
That looks
文明が
great.
ございましてそのロンカデザイン
かっ
So
けえですね。
in the world of the first, we have the Ronka culture, and so this is some of the design from that.
うお。
Yo, that's dope.
The Ronka civilization. Sorry.
そうそうそうそう、
That's a cool looking stupid gun.
More
あら。
ヒーラーとかこんな感じなんですかね。
healer would look something like that.
So this is all from one dungeon.
遠いから辛い。
So far away, hard to extend.
いや今回の出張
はい。
ホテルのジムがさすごいいい設備で、
ほう
毎日テンション上がってジムからやって筋肉痛でさ
やりすぎ
So the gym in the hotel I was staying was so nice, so I got so excited. Now my muscles are sore.
こんなんとかね
Oh my god, they're adding a fucking freakazoid meme ass frog outfit for people to troll with.
or I don't know
Oh, it's that boy.
another
Yet again?
again
Oh god, they're gonna add that.
You were
Like, you
talking
can
about
fucking
getting
buy that
a
at Gold Saucer probably day one.
雨降るしねすぐね
Be that boy.
Lots of frogs, and it rained too.
They don't even
じわじ
know.
わ来る
え
It just,
They
it
don't
just
even
hits you
know.
kind of gradually, you know.
開発チームで大人気
The dev team, it's very popular amongst the dev team
It
members.
is a gear
Yes
Yes.
レイドの調整やってる時みんなこれ着てる
When we're,
誰が誰が分かんないって
when we're going in and making adjustments to the raid content, we're all wearing this, and so nobody knows who's who.
あとね
Do the Japanese even know about memes? Are you fucking
I mean,
dumb,
the frog one
Inugami?
also can count
What
to
the fuck
towards
kind of
the
question is that?
チャラいチャラいって英語でなんて
あえ
言う
て英語でなんて言うんだろう。そう、
Memes are universal currency.
like so.
これですね
Hipster?
The mounts are totally gonna be
中に T シャ
frogs.
ツを着てるバ
You're,
ージョ
you're
ンもござい
right.
ます
So there's a version, design variant, where the character is wearing a T-shirt underneath that.
ちょっと素肌まではねやりすぎじゃないですかという場合にはそちらを着ていただける
なるほどなるほど
So for those who prefer not to show as much skin, you
The,
have the
they're
option
total.
to
The
wear
fucking mounts are totally gonna be
t-shirt
frogs.
言った
This
んですけど
sucks.
46のおじさんじゃちょっときついの
ちょっとセーブしたバー
T シ
ジョンも
ャツ着てるやつないのって
I told my team, you know, I'm 46 years old. I think I want something a little bit more conservative.
Ninjas
so-
will be happy though.
ミニオンね
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
まあどこでもらえるのか
I hope they do a cool
Find out
move if you
where
have two
can
of them.
obtain these, in the game.
これいいですね
え
素晴らしい
I hope the ninjas get their goddamn
Yeah.
summoning frog as
Yeah.
a mount. It's stupid that they don't.
ありがとうございます
えポロリはこんなところですかね
I think those are the assets that we had available.
じゃあパワーポイントに一回戻りますか
はい行きましょう続いてです
よいしょ
がよろしいですか
システム関連のアップデートに戻りましょうか、
はい
Going back to system updates.
続いてはこちらですよいしょ
セントリオ気象の所持上限がですね1000から4000に
Oh my god.
いたします、
Thanks,
So
guys.
security
I
seal
appreciate
limit
it.
Increased dramatically from 1,000 to 4,000.
イエ
That's awesome.
極端だなって
Yeah.
Very extreme is the comments we're receiving here.
続いて、モブハント系ですが、B ランクモブとかですね、リスキーモブ近くに、
What?
こっちにいるっぽいなっていう
That's
のがそういうよ
awesome.
うになります探すの結構大変なんで、
Fucking
So this
thank
next one is related to
God.
The hunt, when in possession of the requisite bill, the direction and status of a B rank, rank B mark will be displayed when nearby. I'm sure it's quite difficult to go and search for them, so
誰か先着した人に倒されるとですね気配が消
It's
失
one of
し
the
た
most annoying things about hunts.
and so if somebody else gets to it before you do, it will also be noted as such.
はい、そして、こちらもですね、結構待望でですね S ランクモンスターリスキーモブね任せをやってる時にですね湧いたかどうかわかんないっていうのがあってですね
Oh,
成功するとですね
snap.
巨大なリスキーモブの気配を感じると
That's crazy.
The next one I think has also been requested pretty heavily.
But
by
not A
restaurant
ranks, huh?
monsters. When an S rank, a rank S mark spawns in the region, a message will be displayed.
で S ランク
This means it's gonna be a lot less common for
ちょっと
people to
一
get
個
there and do it
サプライ
without
ズ
people
が
noticing.
追加されてるんですけど言わないでおきます
So rank S monsters does have an element of surprise, but we're not going to say what it is at this point.
まあみんなで頑張って倒してください、
So yes, if you could please try it out for yourselves, defeat the rank S mob.
言わないなら言うなって書いて
If you're not gonna say what it is, then maybe we shouldn't have brought it up, is one of the comments.
なんかあるっぽいぞって言って起きた時にね、楽しみはね奪いたくないんで、はい、期待はしておいてもらって、実際に見るのは見ていただいた方がいいかなと。
なるほど。
はい。
But yes, we don't want to spoil the surprise by saying what it is flat out. So we're hoping that people will try it out for themselves and experience it firsthand.
はい、続いてです。
Next.
よいしょ。
リテーナーウィンドウをリニューアル
Holy
今回
shit.
完全に作り直しました。リテーナーの並び替えをしたいというリクエストが非常に多かったので、
Oh my
完全にリニューアル
fucking
でございま
god.
す。
So the retainer window, we've actually pretty much overhauled the window and how it is displayed.
Holy
and,
shit.
It will be updated and a sort function will now be added.
情報もいろいろですね、ちゃんと追加されておりますので、より便利になるんじゃないかなと思います。
So lots of information will be added to it as well. So we're hoping that it will become very convenient for you to use.
さあそしてですね、レイドが始まるということでですね、マテリア装着をですね友達に依頼する方もいらっしゃるのかなと思うんですが、連続して依頼をできるようになったので、思う存分割っていただくことが可能となりました。
So those we mentioned about raids, but I'm sure those in preparation for going into raids, you might be requesting for your friends to meld the materias. But now you can send it multiple times in succession. So now you don't have to worry about it's broken and then you have to redo it again. You can do it multiple times.
Oh, that's money.
そしてですね、お待
That's
たせいたしました。
that's some money.
すべてのこれでフライング
Hey! Finally! Yay! There's no longer any loser mounts that can't fly.
And then we have all the mounts now will have flying enabled. We will no longer have instances where certain mounts are not able to fly.
さっきもご覧いただいた通りですね、気合で飛ぶという、理屈によってですね、
They're all gonna look terrible though. They're gonna still look really ugly. But that's fine.
なっておりますので、はい。
So as you saw earlier in the example of the War Tiger, they will.
It would be a really good
will it
system
to fly,
for
enable
materia
themselves to fly
if you
now.
said, listen,
So
I have 20
more,
materia I'm willing to
convenient,
put
more
into this.
comfortable and smooth
And you
and
click on it, and it
quick,
just tells
easy
you you lost
convenience.
17 materia.
マウントラブワンはまだ
There.
ちょっと飛べないんですけど
It went
ね。
なるほどね。
Rabanman
Right.
may
Just-
still be able to fly.
Just make that slot machine of losing materia when you're melding into like one single you lost 100 materia. And just like
Next, we will be adding
just like death feeling.
未達成のものとかね、達成済みのものとか、アイテムの報酬があるやつだけ表示とかですね、称号があるやつだけ表示とか、4つの条件で絞り込みができるようになっております。
So you can filter and sort to see which ones you've accomplished or not accomplished, or if there are items or loot associated with it, or if there is a title associated with certain achievements.
さらにですね、ウォッチリストという機能を追加して、指定した、アチーブメントをすぐ、今どんな状況にあるのかというのを確認しやすくなっております。
Also, we will be adding a watch list function so that you can keep track of your progress.
はい。
いいですね。
アチーブメントはですね、もっとどんどん便利にかつ遊ぶ目標にしていってもらおう。
Tracking achievements pretty alright.
継続してアップデートしていく予定であります。
So with the achievements, we do want to make it very convenient for our players to use and utilize it for certain goals that you want to set for playing. So yeah, we will continue to tweak this.
さて、さらにですね、ここからちょっとお知らせ1個ありますね。はい。
Next, it's a sort of announcement here.
メンターの条件が更新されます。
So the requirements to become a mentor will be changing and updated.
順に説明をさせていただきますが、まずパッチ 5.0 以前にメンターになっている方は、パッチ 5.0 期間中は、メンターのままになります。
So of course,
Okay,
we're
that's
going
nice.
to explain it step by step. But first of all, for those of you who have achieved sort of mentor status before the launch of Shadowbringers 5.0, will remain mentors during 5.0 period.
そしてですね、パッチ 5.1 が来た時点でちょっとワイプを消してもらっていいですか。
Oh, see, that's good. I like that. I like that.
全部一回、条件がリセットというかその上位のメンター条件に、統一されることになるので、改めてその条件を達成した上で、メンターをもう一回申請していただくと継続できるようになると。
So, however, as of 5.1, to ensure all mentors are held to the same standard, changes will be implemented to encourage mentors who qualified under the old system to obtain recertification.
でそのメンター条件ですが、こちらになります。
And then the conditions to achieve that certification.
バトルメンターは
Trade mentors is really easy.
TPS それぞれのレベル80ロールクエストを、コンプリートしていただく。
PvE mentors is also really easy.
So
Okay, it's
for
still going to be
PvE
trivially
mentors, you
easy
will
to get
have
this shit.
to have completed the level 80 role quests, so tank, healer, and DPS role quests.
それ以外の2つはそのまま継続ですね。
Or the other two, of course, is carried over from
The trade mentor shit should be you have to be
ですの
maxed
で
out on
3
all
つ
of
のロー
them.
ルタンク、ヒーラー、DPS いずれかの、ジョブを80にしてロールクエストをちゃんとクリアしていってくださいということですね。
So, in other words, just make sure to have one of the jobs in any of the 3 different roles to level 80, and make sure you have completed the level 80 role quest.
でギャザラークラフターメンターは、ギャザラークラフターのそれぞれ1クラス以上をレベル80に、してい
So
ただく
Mekhet
必要
says
が
that
ご
that
ざい
seems
ます
excessive, but the real problem
So for trade
is that
mentors, or
these
the disciples
are
of
so
the
broad that
hand
almost
and
every single
classes,
person
you must
qualifies as a
reach
mentor.
level 80 in any of the disciple of the hand class, as well as any of the disciple of the land class.
これはですねこの 5.0 時点でもうすでにこの条件、達成したら資格を得られるようになってますので、5.1 までの間にこの条件満たしておいていただくのが一番スムーズかと思います。
So if you have achieved that, met the requirements, to get the mentor certifications as of 5.0, it will still carry over into 5.1. So we recommend, if you want to have mentor status, to level the characters accordingly.
はい。以上がなんか言いました。はい。
5.1 が移行期間ってことですね。
移行期間です。移行期間。
But 5.1 period is the transition time.
Exactly, yes.
ありがとうございます。
はい
Thank you very much.
そしてこれで大体、システム関連をお伝えしましたが、まあ本当にたくさんあるので、ここから先は今度はパッチノート朗読会ででもお知らせしようかなと思います。
So we covered quite a lot of ground with the system updates, but of course, again, we do have a lot more other elements that we are adjusting and tweaking. So for those, we will be covering them in our patch notes reading.
Which is
では続いての項目いきましょう。
when
All right, next item.
草。
エデン、
Hello.
イデン。
Grass?
ですね、
はい
エデンもできれば実機でね、
お
次元の狭間オメガでもイベントマップあったじゃないですか。
はいはいはいはい
なんだろうオメガに呼ばれて突入した空間、
いい空間みたいな。
そうあれに該当するところがエデンもあるので、そこをね
Nah, it's not
実機
New
で
Eureka.
こう
This is
思ったんですよ
the new
So,
8
of
man.
course, with Eden, we would, if possible, we wanted to show it off on gameplay. Just like with the previous interdimensional Rift Omega, they had that sort of event map, an alternate sort of dimension that the Warriors of Light were sort of sucked into to go into the content. And we would have loved to show it off on the gameplay, but
さっきお伝えしたようにこのサーバーがですねデバッグコマンドは自由に聞かなくてですねなんだろうメインクエストクリアとかしないと開かなくてですねそれをやってしまうとフィールドにいろいろ影響が出たりでですね、
Alright.
動画をご用意しましたのでそちらでちょっとご覧いただこうかなと思っております。まだですよ動画まだですよ。あゆみさんの翻訳を待ってからにしてください。はい。
So of course, as mentioned earlier, this server that we are running the gameplay on is limited in the debug commands that we can utilize, and we're not as free to program the different commands. And so in order to access Eden, we would have to flag all of the main quest as complete, which would affect the environments that you are seeing. And so this time we have actually prepared a video footage for you to see.
光の氾濫というものでですね、消滅してしまったエリアが非常に多くて第一世界、そこに、新たな属性の力を取り戻していくというのがざっくりしたエデンのストーリーになってます。
So, of course, with the overarching story of Eden, we do have this flood of light that has decimated most of the land, and you see a lot of barren areas that have been affected by the flood of light. And through Eden, you will be acquiring the power of yet another element, and that's the sort of rough overview of Eden.
その無の大地というものをですね、ご覧いただきましょう。
So let's take a look at that sort of barren land.
Yeah, let's take a look.
真っ白です。
It is very white,
Yeah, very much
Stark.
white.
何もない。
and there is nothing.
白い。
進んでいくとなんかあるんでしょう
白い
ね
で。すね。It's
If
big.
we move forward a little bit or move around a bit more, we might be able to see something.
白いわ。
It is so white.
お、あれは何ですか？
The fuck is
Eh?
that?
What's that?
え、草。
Grass?
I don't know. Something. Something far away. 遠くにあるやつ。
なんか突き刺さってるやつですか？
It looks like it's kind of stuck into the ground.
なんだろうねあれ。
Yeah, some FFA
What
shit,
could that be?
for sure.
あれはこう中に入るのか。
お、
中。
Is that something we enter? Wait, is there an inside?
動くのかどうかもわからないですよね。
We're not even sure if it moves
あ
or
れ
not.
でかい。
Oh, stop being a bunch of dicks. Just fucking walk over to it, you
わからない
bastards.
な無の大地と呼ばれる場所になんであんなものがね、落ちてるのか。
We have no idea why such a thing is right there in this barren land. But we're not sure why it's just dropped there.
あれにじょうろで水かけたりこう土を持ってみたりするとなんかあるのかもしれないしね。
Do we take some water to it and then make it grow and make some dirt? Or
皆さんの力でこの大地にですね再びこう命の息吹を取り戻していっていただこうと思っております。
But we will be having you, the players, put in the effort to sort of bring life back into this area.
でこれ以上はですね本当はお見せしたいんですけど、
ええ
あまりにもネタバレが強くですね
We would have loved to show you more, but again, so much potential spoilers.
ここまででございます。
あら。
So I'm afraid this is all we can show at this point.
もう何と戦うかすらもわからない。
Alright, so it's gonna rise out of the ground like
What
Alexander.
we're fighting against even.
あらま。
ただ一つだけ言えるのは、
はい
光の戦士の妄想力とも戦っていただくことになる。
But there is one thing. We will be battling against your warriors of light's sort of power of imagination.
その意味はレイドの蓋を開ければ分かっていただけるんじゃないかなと思います。
We're hoping that you will find out what all that means once you attempt this raid content.
はい、
OK。あり
Okay.
がとうございます。
以上でございます。
Yes, that is it for Eden.
こんなにレイドの話をしないのも珍しいんだけどね。
It is rare that we don't talk much at all about a raid
そんなに秘密
content.
が。There should be a lot of secrets.
5.0 はやっぱり全体的
When's
に
near?
本当にいろんな
Near will be
謎をこう
5.1,
バ
so
バア出していこうと思って
probably
るんで、
September?
そこに帰ってね言えないことだらけになっちゃったんですよね。
なるほど。
But with Shadowbringers, there's just so many times where we want to unveil different secrets and mysteries. So in turn, it caused us to not be able to talk about so many different things.
ではそろそろ、まあ、お時間も良くなってきたので、
はい
最後に、5.0 の主要キャ
Oh,
ラクタ
Wallabri, you
ー
don't know
たちを
about Nier?
おさらいして、
The
5.1
5.1 24-man raid is called Your Hot Dark
So,
Apocalypse, and will
it has
star
been quite a lot of
2P
time since we started, so towards
as
we
the main
are
character.
about to wrap up, but we'd like to talk about some of the key characters in Shadowbringers.
はい、
お願いします。
では行ってみましょうか。
はい。Let's get started.
サンクレット
His last name is
さんね
Waters?
今回ガンブレーカーにジョブチェンジしております。
So, of course, Thancred, he has switched his jobs to be a gunbreaker.
まあサンクレットの内面って今まで意外と見えるようで見えなかったと思うんですけど、今回いろんなサンクレットがこれまで抱えてきた苦悩みたいなのも含めて表現されてますので、まあぜひご注目くだ
Waters
さ
is
い。
the bastard name
So
for
with
Limsons.
Thancred, I'm sure we saw
Oh, I
some
get
parts
it.
of his sort of inner thoughts and some of the struggles that he may or may not have had, but
He's
with
basically just
Shadowbringers
become
narrative,
off-brand
we
Cypher.
will be depicting more about what's in his heart, some of the struggles and the demons that he has to fight it within himself.
サバイバル術に長けてるので、あんな裸で放り出されてもなんとか
なんとか。
生還できたんでしょうね。
But he was very resourceful and he had the ability to survive on his own so well. So when he got thrown out with no clothing, he was able to make it through.
まあ髪型とかね、眼帯とかなくなってたりね、ひげがちょっとないぞみたいなのはね、メインシナリオでご確認ください。
So you might be able to tell that his hairstyle is a bit changed. His eye covering is gone at this point. You don't see the stubble or the beard on him. So that actually will be explained in the storyline.
はい、続いてです。
Next.
ヤシトラさん
Yeah,
で
you
す
stole.
が、はい今回なんとジョブが魔女というジョブ名になっておりますね。
So for Yashtola, her job is considered a witch.
トレーラーオープニングトレーラーでもですね、ヤシトラではなくマトーヤと呼ばれておりました。
In the trailer, you might remember she was referred to as Master Matoya.
まあなぜマトーヤと名乗っているのかというのもですね、メインシナリオ上語られていきます。で、まあ、ヤシトラに関しても、かなり深掘り今回されているので、まあ、今までと違った側面というのも強く見えてくるんじゃないかなと思います。
So, of course, we will find out why she is being referred to as such throughout the narrative of Shadowbringers. And with Y'shtola, we have delved really deep into her as well. And so you may be able to see another side of her in the narrative.
この服欲しい、
I really want that
Wait,
outfit.
are her irises
ク
back?
ロマ的にはこれすげえ欲しいんだけど、
As a black mage, that outfit is just so cool.
Is she
Hi.
not blind
はい
anymore?
の23歳ヤシトラさんでした。
23-year-old Y'shtola.
Wait, what?
here, moving on.
はい、
There's
続い
some
てです。
time travel shit going on.
ウリエンジェ・オギュレ。
Ryanja Ogure.
今回はですね、まあいろんなそもそも第一世界にパ
Still
ッツァンテの
blind?
時にですね、ミンフィリアを送り出したっていうこともあり、いろんなその思いがウリエンジェ、あるようです。
So of course with Orianja, when we sent off Manphilia into the first at patch 3.4, Orianja had his own sort of feelings at that time.
不穏なる運命を切り開かんと試みるのだがって死にそうなコメントが書かれてますけどね。
So let's see, in the character description, in the face of a new threat and a precarious future, he has turned to the ancient Charlean art of astrology to divine a path forward. Such heavy language.
鍵を握る本当一人でもありますね。
But he is somebody who holds the key to.
Yeah,
some of the narrative
in the
elements as
trailer they
well.
pointed out that Ryanje got to see the fucking future.
そして、
アルフィー
もう一人もう一人の主人公というかね、はい、僕のやたら思い入れが強い、アルフィノですね。
So
Alfie got his
first
shit
is,
kicked in at
we
every
can
point in the story. It's a
Probably
bummer.
consider him as one of Final Fantasy XIV's protagonist almost, and Yoshida himself has a lot of affinity to him. But of course, Alphino
そうですね、エンタープライズ発信って言ってみたりね全てをエオルゼアのためにって言ってみたりねいろいろ若い僕もね若かりし日の辛い思いを、糧にですね成長を続けております。
But yes, you may recall some of the things he had said. Enterprise go or all for yours, yeah. Such youngness, his youth, and he went through a lot of difficult patches and
Oh, he's
went through
totally
a
gonna
rough
be
time
old
and
now.
grew as a character.
まあでもいろんな努力の本当後っていうのがですね、
They keep pointing out how young he used to be. He's going to be like 25 when we get there.
But I think you will be able to tell some of the results, the fruits of his labor, of all of the hard work that he's gone through. And so we hope that you will enjoy his company as you go through the story.
はい、続いて、もう一人ですね、
One more.
ケイマイアリゼ。
The sibling, Alize.
アリゼも、暁に参戦するようになってから英雄光の戦士の背中をねずっと追いかけてきてます。今回も
Alize will show up
持
and
ち前のまっすぐ
stab
な
people.
性格でねいろいろな勇気づけも含めて、突っ走ってくれるんじゃないかなと、ただフェイスで使った時はですねコールはコールで突っ込みすぎて AOE を踏んでやたらと死ぬっていう一面も持っておりますんで
So of course with Alize, once she joins forces with the Science of the Seventh Dawn, she follows along and she sees how the Warrior of Light goes about his way as a hero, and with her very straightforward personality and her sort of energy and spunk, she encourages the party members or the team in various different ways. And of course she's very gung-ho and very active in her personality as well. So if you utilize her in the trust system, she is one of those who goes headfirst into the battle, not recognizing there's an AoE around, and she tends to die a lot. But
ちょうど AOE が来る直前にねコールはコールしちゃったりしてね
なるほど。
ああもう間に合わないみたいな
so sometimes you see the AoE is about to happen and she just so happens to go for core and oh no, it's not going to make it in
Are you
time.
serious?
ところが
The character is emulating shitty
ヒーラー
DPS.
2
That's
人
amazing.
ウリエンジェと
はいはいはい。
アルフィノですから
そうね。
恐ろしい速度でレイズが飛ぶんで
But of course, our healers are Ryanja and her brother Alphino. So, oh my gosh, they go in at terrible speed to resurrect her.
まあそういうところもねいろいろ妄想力かきたてられますんで見ていただければと思います。
What a
So
good puppy.
again, those interactions between the different characters are definitely something very interesting. So I hope you pay attention to that as well.
はい続いてです、
Next.
お、
そして謎多き、少女
Because we will now have two
So
Minphilias.
Minphilia, still shrouded in mystery here.
I propose the name
まあ
Twinphilia.
なぜ
Thank
そも
you.
そもミンフィリアって呼ばれているのかっていうのもそうですし、そもそも我々がよく知っているね現象世界のミンフィリアとどういう関係性なのかというのはこれ以上はお伝えしないでおきますのでぜひメインストーリーの中でお確かめいただけたらなと思い
Miniphilia
ま
is
す。
pretty good.
So of course, including the fact that why is she being called Minphilia is still very much shrouded in mystery, and we still have yet to find out.
The fucking stream just died.
In mystery, and we still have yet to find out. The relation between
Every time, I swear to God. I'm a good boy. Good thing Elmo's here to entertain us all. Hello, Elmo. How are you? Are you a tough kitty? Yeah, you're a tough boy. What a good boy. Yeah, he's strong. I can't fucking believe this. It's because of that virus, probably. YouTube still up? All right. Give me a second. There we go. All right. Let's see. It's the wrong one. Where's the... Here it is. YouTube. Yeah, YouTube one's totally still up.
Twitch の確認中。
はいはい、少々お待ちくださ
So
い。
this one is not...
Please stand by. We are confirming our Twitch stream.
Okay, they're fixing it for Twitch, though.
We are sure. YouTube and then Nico is working fine.
Come on. Work.
おや、どうしたんでしょう。
本当だ。なんだろう、あのエラー。
No, come on. I'm trying to fix it. It says it's live.
でも、
不思議ですね。
スイッチだけ止まるってよくわからないな。
It's very strange that only Twitch is down.
でも音もいってます。チャットは動いてるんですけどね。
Chat is moving.
ツイッチのチャットは動いてる。
はい、チャットは動いているのですが、
No.
音が
No. That's definitely not working.
なぜ
Ah.
Twitch go on
動いてるんだとしたら、
Uh.
でも
Oh.
ツイッチ他の
doesn't
ラ
like
イブ
this.
ストリームが動いてるんだとしたら、
動いたかな
ツイッチ側じゃない気がするけどな。ああ、
No, no, just stay there.
変えまして。
ああ、なるほど。
皆さん、
Oh, I fixed it.
ツイッチの皆さん。
It was me, I fixed
でも
it.
みんなに手振ってますね。
we're waving to everybody, but just double checking that we're
サン
back.
フランシスコ経由になってます。
We're connecting via San Francisco.
おお、なるほ
not
ど。
Los
サーバ
Angeles.
ーにつなぎに行く経路上でなん
Hey,
か
buddy.
あったんです
あるんだね。
There may have been some kind of snag
Hey.
with the connection access point between
okay.
Los Angeles and San Francisco. Not sure.
はい、大丈夫ですかね。
Okay, so
Hey.
we're
はい。
Back to PowerPoint, please. PowerPoint に
I don't know if you guys know
戻りま
this, but he is
非
my
常に
son.
謎の多い人物ですという、
はい
お話をしましたね。
okay. So this character is still shrouded in mystery.
そして、
Yes.
Oh.
Video.
You see how fast they skip past that guy?
なるほど、ミンフィリアの解説から、
Here it is. Oh.
It
Ma.
seems the Twitch stream went
Yeah,
down
music
at
automatic.
Monfilia, so we're just gonna rewind back a little bit and quickly go over and catch up.
とはいえ僕が喋ったのは、
はい
そもそも原初世界のミンフィリアとど
We
ういう
already know who that
関係があ
character
るの
is.
か
His name is Grahatia. He's a character in the Crystal Tower
なん
storyline.
だろう、謎はって言って終わった
And if he's not,
But I mean, we
then
didn't,
I'm
the
shocked.
only thing we said about this Monfilia is what is her relation to the Monfilia we know of in the source, and how, the mystery will be unveiled in the storyline, and that's about it.
まあ足すとしたら
Stupid
オ
idiot.
ープニングトレーラーにこうサンクレットに手を引かれ
You're
てみた
はいはいはい、
dumb.
ありましたありました。
あとマトーヤとウリエンジェがこう炎に包まれてたりとか、あの辺も実はメインストーリーにつながって
まあそれはい
るので、
はいはいはい
Oh.
もう一度スタート前に見直しておくとよりその時の話がメインストーリーで出てきたりもするので、
なるほど。
はい、今一度見ておかれると良いかなと思います。
But if we were to add one more thing to
Why
her
you chew?
explanation, in the opening cinematics, you saw Thancred take her by the hand and running As well as a scene
He wants to
where,
chew on me.
Master Matoya and Urianger are kind of talking with each other in where
You're too-
they are
oh, you're getting
engulfed in
weaselly,
flames.
aren't you?
And
He's
those
getting
elements are
weaselly.
actually going to be tied into the main story. So it might be a good idea to sort of rewatch that opening cinematics before you start Shadowbringers, so that you know how it ties in. Or
He's getting
you get a refresher
overstimulated.
on how it ties in.
はい
Ooh.
そして水晶
はい、今回
Oh.
のプレイヤータウン、
Our
クリ
robot
スタ
asks
リウム
big
の、
weaselly
指導者
cats. Their ears will go back and their
And
eyes will get
so,
real big
the de
because they
facto
get
leader
overstimulated,
for the
and then
new
they turn
fight,
into
Astro
attack
Custodian.
weasels, and they will fuck
まあ
his shit up.
光の戦士たち謎めいた声に、まあ、呼ばれていますが、その声の主がこの水晶光でございます。
So of course the warriors of light were called upon
Look
by
at
this
how
mysterious
much
voice, and so
they
this
have
mysterious
done
voice belongs
to
this
remove
character.
every possible
皆さんいろんな予想
visual
をされている
indicator
よう
of
ですが、
who he possibly is.
そんなに素直かどうか。はい。
And I'm sure people have been making a lot of
They have hidden his
speculations about
eyes.
this, but
They
let's
have given
see
him a
if it
hood.
were,
They have a
um,
robe that would
as
hide his
straightforward
tail.
as we may or may not have anticipated.
はい、次行きましょう。
Right, next.
そしてローンチトレーラーで一気に注目が集まる、ソルテ
Hey,
で
it's
す
that guy. By the way, if you don't know who this character is,
A
stop
lot of
looking at the
eyes
screen
have
because he's an
gone,
asshole.
Focused in on this character since his dialogue in the launch trailer, Solas.
いやしかしあの顔の紋章だけでいろんな予測をするのがすごいですよね。
Almost
皆さん
done.
But it's just amazing to see what kind of speculations or predictions.
This guy's a
people
jerk,
are
but
making
he's got a
just
cool
based
coat.
on that crest that showed up on his face in the trailer.
相当な重要キャラでございます。
But he definitely is a very important character.
で今回
ああ
ちょっと一部のインタビュー等々でも E3 の間のインタビューでもちょっと触れたんですけど、まあ、メインシナリオの中でこうメインシナリオのクエストを受けると次はあの場所のNPC に話を聞きに行こうみたいなトゥードゥが出るじゃないですか。で移動するっていうかその次のステップへの目的をこなすときに
He's going to
その周
attack
辺
me
に
in just a second.
NPC がまだ立ってるから話しかけるといろいろねダイアログが出ますよね。
はいはいはいはい。
あれをヒントトークって僕ら呼んでます。
So of course, we mentioned about this during some of the interviews that were conducted during E3 and touched upon it. But of course, when you go through the main scenario quests, and once the NPC directs you to go to the certain location to do such and such action, you see that to-do list pop up. And before you move on to that next
Little
step,
good kitty.
when you talk to the
Cats
NPC,
like to
because they're
attack
still
feet for some
standing
reason.
there,
It's
there's some
weird.
dialogue that would pop up, and we call that sort of hint talk.
もちろん読まなくてもゲームは進行するし、トゥードゥだけを追っかける
I already know all the
と
shit,
まあ
so there's not much
クリック
to
して
talk
話
about.
聞いたりしないとは思うんですけど、毎回僕らあそこもこだわってなんだろうキャラの心情をこうボソッと喋ったりとか、相当のシバルの時だと、エスティニアンがね。青の竜騎士がジャンプでストーリーと一体俺は何をやってるんだとか、まああったと思うんですよ。
So of course, with these pop-up dialogues, you don't necessarily
Can you guys
have
see
to
that?
read them in order to progress your quest, and you could just, as long as you're following
Oh, you
along
can, huh?
your to-do list with it, you don't necessarily have to go back and click on those NPCs
Oh,
to
what are you gonna do? What are you
listen
gonna
to
do?
what they have to say. But we do incorporate dialogue that reflects their emotions sometimes in these sort of talks. For example, in Heaven's Word, you have Estinian saying something along the lines of, "Oh, I am the Azure Dragoon, but why am I here utilizing my jump to pick fruit?"
今回もですねかなり凝って描いてますし、非常にまあロア的に結構重要なところがそこにまあもちろんクリアする上では必要ないんですけど、っていうのがあったりするんで、ぜひですねメインストーリーどっぷり楽しむぞという方はですねいちいちキャラに話しかけていただけるとそれはそれですごく面白いと思うのでおすすめしますそれを。はい。
but for Shadowbringers, we are putting in a lot of details for these, what may seem to be insignificant dialogue. So, and it's not absolutely necessary to utilize that dialogue in trying to clear and conquer your different quests, but there are certain very surprising lines of text that you would read, and it might throw you by surprise. So if you really want to delve deeply into the story and the lore, we recommend clicking in and talking with some of these different NPCs.
はい。では
Where is
続けて
Tataru? I guess she's gonna hang out back.
まあトレーラーに
Oh, here's
出
the
ており
two
ましたね
jackasses we're gonna be
この人たちね
dealing with.
Of course, you may have remembered them from the trailers.
Yeah.
いやーインタビューでもね結構聞かれましたね
We kind of know who the guy on the left is, but we
People
have no
talk
idea who the
about
guy on the
and
right
ask
is.
about these characters in the interviews too.
さあ敵なのか味方なのか明らかに顔は悪人面でございます
So, are they friend or foe?
They're foe.
Their facial expressions look very mean, but
まあ
まあ
あれですねユールモアに、
まあ
絡む人たちですね
but yes, these people will be. You will see them in Yule more.
はいさらに、今度は味方勢ですかね、
She's in the trailer.
彼らはクリスタルの
Lena on the left, and so
別
is
所でもあります
Fio Ul.
So these are going to be sort of your allies. You have Lena as sort of the leader of her squadron.
そしてですね妖精のフェオウルというんですけどこの妖精もですね、メインシナリオ上、重要なキャラクターの一人となっております、
And then we also have one of the pixies, Feo Ul. And
So I'm gonna guess Feo's gonna be the chill fairy that hangs out with us, and it's like, yeah, man, that Titania
今
shit's
回もで
whack.
すねドラゴン語等に続いてですね妖精語非常に細かく作られております
Of course, previously we introduced the language of the dragons, but we will also have another language for these pixies, and which is also fairly detailed.
結構独特の喋り方をしたりしますので、そのあたりにもですね、ぜひご注目いただけると嬉しいです。
They are very unique in their own way as well, so we hope that you see that in
Wow, this has been
their
going on for like
dialogue.
2.5 hours.
そ
Jesus.
して、
I'm kinda
なんといっても
surprised.
ですね、第一世界から
Yeah,
現象世界
these guys
へ
are
渡り
dead.
そして、
For sure.
まあその過酷な運命とともにまた第一世界へ戻っていった、こう
And that's
第
fine
一
because
世
they're
界で英雄
jackasses.
と呼ばれた光の戦士たち、まあ我々にとっては闇の戦士でしたけど、彼らの、物語というのにもぜひご注目ください。
So of course, the heroes of the first, those who crossed over the rift to the source and bore very harsh fate on their shoulders to go back to the first. The sort of warriors of light of that realm. Of course, we referred to them as warrior of darkness when they came to the source, but these are the heroes of the first.
Arbert's cool? Yeah, Arbert's fucking dead, bro.
時にね、第一世界へ帰ってった彼らがその後まあどうなったかというのも当然ですが描かれます。
So of course, after the events of patch 3.4, and these warriors or these heroes return to the first, we are going to be depicting the story of what happened to them after those events.
ロールクエストを中心にですね描かれていくんですが、そのロールクエストにもですね非常に凝ったイベントバトル、多数用意されております。ぜひ見ていただけると丁寧に作ったものが多いのでぜひご覧ください。
And so, of course,
don't
with
call me,
the
please.
adventures of these heroes of the first, they will primarily take place through the role quests that you will be going through. And we have very detailed and very elaborate event battles and multiple event battles prepared in these quest lines, and they are very thorough and meticulous in
What's the deal with the Astions on the moon?
execution
Moon's
of the
cool.
content. So we encourage players to try these out.
さあでは、
That's
キャラクターの紹介も終わりましたので最後に、今後の、スケジュールをおさらいしたいと思います。
Almost
So we
crazy.
covered the different characters throughout Shadowbringers, and so next we'd like to cover our upcoming schedule.
お願いします。
はい。それではまず、6月28日いよいよアーリーアクセススタートとなります。
So first, June 28th, we are going to start early access on this day.
そしてですね、7月2日正式サービス開始なんですが、まあ今多分この PLL をご覧の皆さんにはあまり関係がない。多分28の方が大事。
So next, of course, July 2nd is when Shadowbringers will release, and it is the start of official service. But for those who are watching the PLL or the letter from the producer live right now, I'm sure it's not really relevant because we will all be jumping in as of early access.
ここでお伝えしておきますが、まあ、今回ですねちょっとアナウンスもさせていただいたんですが、非常に良い調子ということですね。本当に多くのプレイヤーの方に今プレイをしていただいております。ワールドカンテレポが入りましたので、なんでしょう、こうできれば、あまりこう混雑しすぎてないところに移動された方がそのねメインが進めやすいんじゃないかなと思うので、ぜひですねご協力をいただいた方が良いかなとは思います。
And one thing we did want to sort of recommend or relate to our players out there, of course, we feel that we are on a roll and we expect a lot of people to join us with Shadowbringers, and lots of players are going to come into the game. And so with the implementation of the world visit system, it might be a good idea to consider playing on one of the worlds that are less congested, so that it would be much smoother to move through your MSQs at least. And so we're hoping to gain
Suck it,
cooperation in this.
4.0 の
You're gonna have a
スタ
bad
ートの時にですね、ラウバーンのイベントバトルで
ございます。
詰まってしまいですね、
はい。
ラウバーン消滅戦
Oh
って
my
いう
god, he
のが
actually says
言われた
Balmong.
んですけど、あまり極端な序盤にイベントバトルを用意しないようにしたっていうのが一つと、
はい。
実はですね 4.4 ぐらいから裏でキューイングのシステムを、試しておりまして、
ほうほう
今まではただひたすら連打するしかなかったんですけど、順番待機列がちゃんと予約できるように実はなってはいます。もし万が一そうなった場合のために。
はい。
So, of course, with this launch of Stormblood, our previous expansion, you may be familiar with people getting bottlenecked at the quest when you talk to Rauban. And I understand people have memed us and called it the Trials of Rauban and such. And so we did take that as a learning point. And first of all, we made sure that we didn't have an extreme bottleneck causing sort of event battle early on in the main storyline. Plus, since patch 4.4, we have been experimenting with this new with this queuing system. Previously, you would have to just mash buttons in order to queue up, but we implemented a system that will allow for
Yeah, people
sequenced,
ran into this in earlier
queuing,
patches.
so that in the case of an influx of people coming in, there should be a sort of order in which you are queuing.
できる限りのシステム対応はいろいろゲーム内もねサーバー周りもしてるんですけど、そもそも本当に想像以上の方に今プレイをしていただいているので、そもそもログインのところで順番にっていうことには多分なってしまうかなとは思いますので、臨戦態勢で我々、サポートを徹底させていただきますので、何かしらあればすぐツイッターとか、オフィシャルフォーラムとか、ロードストーンの方でですね、随時情報を出していきますのでですね、そちらも常に見ておいていただけると大変助かります。
So, of course, and from a system side perspective, we are also trying to tweak and make adjustments so that we can accommodate for an influx of people. But sometimes it can be overwhelming, and a very unexpected number of people might come on to play the game. And so there may be instances where you are queuing
Hello,
from
Grumpy.
login as well. So, but at the same time, we will make sure that we are very attentive.
How you
We're
doing?
going to be standing by right when we are going into the launch, and if there is any sort of issues or any sort of announcements that we have to make, we will be sure to disseminate information
Who's
via
talking?
our official Twitter,
That's right,
accounts, our
Atropos.
official, forums, Lodestone, and whatnot. So please be sure that we are trying to bolster our support as well.
はい、そしてこの正式サービスから2週間後こちらになります。
And then, approximately 2 weeks after the launch,
希望のそのエデン、ノーマルの方がオープンいたします。
so Eden Normal is going to open up.
さらにですね、ここから2週明けて、パッチ 5.05 で、
Oh, cool. That must be the,
サベージ霊式の方がオープンし、
Heaven on high, whatever the no, that's the canal shit.
が開始となります。
And then 2 weeks after that, patch 5.
Time to wake up!
It opens up the Savage tier of Eden. And then the new Tombstone.
Paige, you don't understand. There was crafting.
今まで全くお伝えしてない情報なんですけど、
You
い
don't.
わゆる宝の地図、ホームスト
You slept yesterday.
という新しいダンジョンを作っており
I
ます。
seen it.
ここでですね、その
You do the same
ダンジョンも飽
thing.
きますんで、ぜひプレイしてく
It's
ださい。
fine when you do it. You
ないん
yeah.
ですよ。
And oh yes, and one more thing during patch point 05, a new treasure map. The Dungeons of Lagia is going to open.
How was your
I mean, there's
sleep?
so many different contents.
You look rested.
We don't have enough time to introduce them
Yes,
all,
you
but
look
yes, there's
rested.
going
You
to be
have
an
bright
additional dungeon
eyes.
that will open up at this time.
I can see a fire burning behind them.
チーム、ね、セクションでは本当申し訳ないですけど、もうちゃんとね伝えたかったんですけど、今回ね5部屋になってて。できるだけ短い時間で回れたりとか、
That's not our chat.
カジュアルに遊んでもらえたり
That's the chat of the stream I'm watching.
もう残念ながらね。
Doesn't look like our chat.
I'm really sorry for the team that worked on this content. We wanted to allocate the time to talk about this. It's going to be a treasure map where you go into 5 different
Paige was
rooms
up
and
late
it's
at night
something
looking
that
at
you go through in
Undertale
a very
porns.
quick
You're right,
manner,
David Sanchan. She totally
and
was.
It's adjusted so that it's casual, etc. But
She
yeah,
100% was.
to go over it in detail, so-
I do know that.
まあここまでが、
I do know.
Yes, so that is the upcoming schedule in a nutshell.
さらにですね、お知らせがござい
David
ます。
Sanchan
こちら
got you
です
real good.
Next
Thanks, Dave.
Additional announcements.
ですね、EUDC になりますが、新しいワールドを追加させていただきます。
So,
Oh, hey, Europe's getting new data centers. Good for Europe.
European data center, but we will be adding new worlds.
Means they get more server stuff.
今現時点でもかなり、収容人数限界に来ておりますので、大急ぎでですね、6月18日、
あもうtagged me on
来
the
週ですね、2ワールドを追加させていただきます。
So I'm sure, even currently speaking, we are getting very
She straight up said what Pat
invested,
did when Wooly said
we will
zapping
be
system.
adding 2
You
new
did.
worlds as of next week.
You don't know.
カオスデータ
Spriggan's getting added to chaos and
それぞれに
Twitania's
ですね
getting added to light.
スプリガンと
That's cool.
ティタニアというワールドをそれぞれ
He- no, he wants to fight.
追加とさせていただきます。
So we will be adding one new
Maybe,
world
I don't know. He
each
has no
to
balls,
the
though.
data centers. So we'll have Spriggan added to
To
the Chaos
fuck.
Data Center, and then Titania added to the
And
Light
talk
Data
about how
Center.
empty his nuts
え
are.
ま
Got
あ
this
そろそろ
empty
ね
bag,
ハウジン
nothing
グの
in
土地も
there
足り
at
ないという
all.
方いらっしゃると思うんですよ。
I
最近
used to have
非常に
balls
新規
and
の方
then
も
they
多いので
fell
ちょっと
out.
5.0が落ち着いた
Now
ら
fall.
ですね
Damn
で
it,
きるだけ早めに
shit.
検討させていただきます
I'm
の
not a
で
rapper.
そちらももう少々お待ちいただけると
He does not jizz hot air now,
Also,
Claw.
we have been hearing comments
That's
about,
awful.
We are in short demand. We have
That's
we don't-
really
we have a
quite
shortage,
awful.
Sorry, we have a shortage in the housing plots, and considering we will have more new players joining us, we do want
It's all
to
rap.
make considerations for the housing situation. So hopefully we can get to it as quickly as possible after the launch of Shadowbringers and when
Fill a
it's
balloon with it and
available.
watch it float away. Oh my god, that's
はい、というわけで、
Just get a fucking
5.0関連の
hot
ゲームに
whiff of
関わる情報は
neutered cat blast.
Okay, so I think that covers everything that's related to the game of Shadowbringers.
でおなじみのこの後はお知 知らせがいくつかございますのでご紹介していきたいと思います。
はい。
As usual, same as in past live letters, we have some announcements. So let's start. The first one is this. 最初はこちらです。
Oh, hey, they want to sell us this fucking thing
前回
again.
の PLL でもお伝えしました堀製の
It's a controller for your left hand.
正式に発表
It's a keyboard.
しました。So this is the official
What is the question you're asking me here?
devices.
It's a Hori.
We introduced at the last
They're making it now.
official name is
It's a
Tactical
pre-order.
Assault Commander
It's gonna ship in November.
Tactical Assault
It's
Commander
basically because the one that they used to use in the office got discontinued, and Yoshi P is like, this is what I fucking play with. Fucking make me one, Hori. And they're like, okay, Yoshi
こ
P,
の、
fuck off.
プロデューサ
And
ー
he
レ
was
ターライ
like,
ブで実機触ってましたけど、
yeah, he's
ちょっ
crazed.
と戻してもらっていいですか？
He's full crazed now.
Throughout,
Welcome,
the
darling.
letter, we've been utilizing this when we were showing off
yelling
gameplay.
about
最後の試作で、
I'm having like
ちょっ
nice
とじゃ
dreams
あ
for once.
実機いける？
God damn it.
So this was
Get
the,
inside your
final
cocoon.
version prototype that I was
I
using,
will.
but if we could quickly switch to gameplay.
Hey, you stole my pajamas. Those are my
な
pajamas.
んだこの絵。
That's a weird
Those are the pajamas that I should have thrown in the wash because I pissed on them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
So we're actually utilizing this gamepad to play the game.
Elmo's trying to steal your
あ
McDonald's.
の
Fine, I
間も
don't
なく
care.
特設ページがもう
Paige is more of a
もう
gatherer than a crafter. You're right, Zero.
戻していただいて
A forager, if you would.
Hey, look, I'm a
いろいろ
clitoris.
情報出ております。
はい
So, I mean, there are more official information.
You know what I
on the-
mean?
What kind of fucking stank pussy is green?
Gruntilda's.
はい、で受注期間、最初のリリースはですね、予約を取って受注した分を販売いたします。
ほう
受注期間ですが、本日から、7月5日まで
You are like,
受注をして、
it is impossible to actually even see anything but the green blob with like a tiny white dot coming out of the top.
until
fine.
July 4th for PDT and July 5th in GM.
It's not blue. This is fucking green.
It's
You're
not-
crazy.
No, I mean,
And then
it's
the
kind of
shipping
teal.
will begin on
It could really go either
まあ、
way,
どんなその
honestly.
性能なのかっていうところはですね、それぞれのページをご確認いただければ詳し
The lighting
く、
in here kinda makes it
記
look
載
weird,
さ
but it's
れております。
like teal.
アナログスティックですし、
People are assholes.
Well, I can't see.
They're
it.
like, it's blue. It's
マウス
obviously
キーボード
blue.
キーアサインをす
I
る
would
だ
say
け
it's
じゃな
more
く
blue.
て、ゲーム
Definitely
パ
more
ッド
blue
を
than green.
これキーア
Looks
サイン
blue on
すること
camera,
が
but
でき
it's
るの
green
で
in real
な
life.
かなかですね
It's green in
How
real
is
life.
that-
It's
look, but
green in
how
real
is
life.
it green?
There are multiple shades of green, Paige.
Yeah, but this isn't like seafoam or anything. It's more like a.
What the fuck's a seafoam?
Look it up. Google it.
Okay, Google.
Programmable keypad is.
This dank bitch wants to know what a seafoam is.
The keys are all programmable, and you can assign the different key controls. But not only that, you can program.
Well,
It
gamepad
says I can search that
assignments
for
as
you,
well,
distinct
so it's a very
bitch.
interesting setup.
Like, okay.
家庭用
I said
ゲーム
dank
機ね
clearly. No, it's too late.
確認済みでございます
I hate it. I don't want to know
Different,
anymore.
compatibility with different home console devices.
はい
We have some pictures.
そうね、ゲームパッドをさらにキーアサインできるっていうのは、例えば丸ボタンを押
Yoshi
した
P, I know you want this to be a success, so you can keep buying them, but I don't care. I play with the
デバイ
controller.
スの3番に設定しておくとか、そういった使い方もできるので、
Okay, so
かなり変わっ
like.
てますよ。その
This
普通にね
is teal.
キーボードのキーバインドできるは当たり前
We're
なん
talking
で
about
すけど
seafoam.
Oh, that's right.
So of course, with being able to assign the different
My bad.
gamepad buttons,
Oh, I
and
triggered your
controller
Google with
buttons onto
that?
This, keypad,
Okay,
say you wanted
Googles,
to assign
play
a
the
circle
big
button
porns
to
on
one
somebody
key,
else's
you can
screen.
do so.
Oh, I guess, yeah,
Of
and
course,
I
you
guess
can
this is
also
too light.
assign
to be
different key
seafoam.
binds to this,
So that's
just like you would
seafoam
any
pad.
standard sort of gaming keypad.
That's
Yeah, so
really
teal, I
light.
was, I was
言ってま
right
すけ
with
ど
teal.
そうデザインがそうなのと僕が完全監修してるっていうだけで他のゲームでも当然動きます
Nah.
So by the
Yeah,
way,
that
does
is so
say
cool.
Final
This is
Fantasy
like
4th
100 shades
edition,
darker.
But that's only the fact
Well, yes,
that,
because it is
we
dark
worked
down here.
with,
No, I mean, even in bright light, it would still be pretty dark compared to that.
Keypad, and of course Yoshida
Okay,
was
fine, dark
supervising
teal, I don't know.
the
Yeah.
production
You know what
of
they call
these
dark
devices the
teal?
whole time, and it's not saying
No.
that this is
Green.
specifically
No, they
used
don't.
only
I'll
for
fight you on the
Final
moon.
Fantasy. You can use it
I'll
for
fight you in the
video
streets.
ぶっちゃけいろんなゲームで使っていただ
Look,
きたいから
dark
作
teal
ったという
there.
か
That's
一緒に
that
どうです
color
かって
right
話
there.
を
Yeah.
させて
You know what
いただいて
teal
い
is?
ろんなゲームに使っていただけると
Your
嬉しい
mom.
です。
And to be completely frank, we would love for people to utilize this gaming keypad for many different kind of games.
That's-
I'm
That's
sending
the
that to my
intent we
mom.
had
All
when
right.
we,
Which is very
discussed
interesting
the
because she does love.
possibility of
She
creating
paints the
this
walls
device.
teal.
僕の
I
手
remember.
って実
I
はそんなに
remember
大
when
き
she
くはない
painted my
ん
wall
ですよ。
and it was
一般
teal,
男
and then she
性から
put
見
like
る
little
と
sea
そ
strips
そ
that
れで
looked
も
like the
遠い
ocean.
木
I
でも
remember
届き
thinking,
やすく
being
と
like
か
6 years
逆
old,
に手
being
の
like,
大
bitch,
きい
this
人
does
で
not
も
look
ス
like
テ
the
ィックの位
ocean,
置
but
を可変で
okay.
変えられるので
What?
ちょ
What
っ
is
と時々
happening?
調整すること
Did I
で
accidentally
キー
see
の
the
しやすい
future, the pat, whatever?
調整できるようにしてあったりとか
Time is
ゲ
irrelevant
ーマーならではの
here.
工夫を
Time
いろいろさせていただいたので
compression.
ぜひですね触っていただきたい
We're in a
なと
basement. There's
No.
no time here.
No, Paige,
And
because
so
Final
Yoshida's
Fantasy,
hand,
remember?
Compared to
Remember time
typical
compression?
average
Whatever.
male hand size, so to speak. It's not too large, but still, he can still
Oh, why do you have to
comfortably
just
reach
stop
some
that?
of the
It
keys.
feels good.
Only do it around me. And you
That
guys
is
do
not
it.
true at
If you
all.
do
The
have a
other day,
very
the
large
chat,
hand,
you
you
weren't
can
here, and
adjust the
chat was
position
like,
of the
Can they hear me? I
analog
don't even
stick
know.
yeah, they
so
can hear you, no
that,
problem.
You can adjust your
Cool.
hand placement so that it's comfortable
Get
for
some
reaching the
fucking
different
birds
keys
up
and
here.
using the
Some
stick.
birds?
So there are a lot of
High five.
design choices that were made based on a gamer perspective.
That
So
would- we
hoping
high-fived
that
our middle
people- a lot of
fingers.
people will utilize
The
this
truest high
device.
five between us.
はいあんまりこれ以上熱く語っていると
Paige doesn't remember anything. She used her GFs too much. That's true. That's
So I don't wanna
true.
waste everyone's time
That's
just
the
going
new
through
lore.
With my girlfriends?
No,
that
your
raving
GFs.
about this product.
Yeah.
So,
You
again,
forgot
details
that
are
we all
listed
actually grew up
in
at the
the
same orphanage
promotional
in the
page,
worst
so
plot
we would
twist
encourage
ever.
you to check that out.
繰り返しですが、今回ご予約いただいた方完全受注です1回目は、必ず今お申し込みいただくと、発売日に到着する
Hose
ようになり
mad
ますので
times
ぜひ前
24.
向きにご
That's a
検討
good.
ください
That's a good one.
We did want to
Who posted that?
First batch. Once we do open up
Typheon just typed
this
Hose
is
Mad
a,
X24.
made to order. So
That's
if you place
good.
a
That saves
pre-order,
time.
You will be guaranteed the product to be delivered at the begin ship
That's good.
timing. So
I like it.
If
I
you
do
are
like that.
considering,
I've
it,
I've wanted one.
Then
we
go
want
get
you
one.
To, yes, think positively.
But you have to
look
play
forward
Final Fantasy on stream one time if you get it.
All right.
Okay.
次行きましょう
Good.
Okay, moving on.
Did it. I did it. Now all of you can stop bothering me.
曲エオルゼアのリマインダーです。This is a reminder for the Final Fantasy
Okay, well this shit's pretty much over at this point.
え
If they're talking about this shit.
開催日は以前お伝えしました
Does he look constipated to you?
No, he just looks fat in his ass, and you think that's all poop, but it's actually his legs.
The September 21st Saturday and Sunday.
Kind of what you look like.
Hey, oh, who was that? That tweet that we both like laughed ourselves stupid at. Like, what if people had big butts because that's where they stored their poop?
Yeah.
And they just
I
had
remember
they
that.
had
I think
poop
it
in
was a
them.
stamper.
Maybe.
For the players.
And what if they did a big poop and they deflated their butts?
Yeah.
Ticket sales begin June
Hey,
21st.
can I show you this tweet?
それさ、
Yeah.
It's really
一応さ
funny.
ここ、
Yeah.
あの
Because I
日
feel like I
本の
could
プレイ
hear
ヤ
it.
ー
I
向
mean,
け
I
ですっていう
could
のを英語
maybe
で言ったら
can.
あとは日本語で
Yeah,
よく
maybe
ない
go like hear it in your mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Could have skipped all the English had we just. This is for Japanese players.
まずですね
Hey, why didn't they talk about
プレイヤー限定
Ishgard at
なの
all?
でプレイヤーの方しか買えないので、まあそのなんだ転売目的的なのは防ぎつつですね、今回抽選にしなかったのは抽選にするとキャンセルが出てですね、毎度こう繰り上げ抽選っていうのをずっとやっていかなきゃいけないっていうのと、
Yeah, Paige is finding a
一
tweet
回
from
落
her
ちると
cocoon.
意外と皆さん
Okay, don't read this.
あもうダメだ
Don't
っ
read
て
it
なっ
out
ちゃっ
loud.
て。
Can't
その
read it
も
out
う仕
loud.
込んでくださらなかったりするので、もう今回は先行でとにかく、枚数は結構あるので、まあそういう形にさせていただいた方がいいかなと。
I can hear that.
Yeah,
I can
right?
hear that in my own mind.
Yeah, I know, it's so great. I love it so
seems to be
much.
unusual
I think
for
about that
Japanese,
shit every
I
day.
do too. It's
and
so
plus we
relatable.
are limiting it to
so
just
relatable.
the Final Fantasy XIV
Oh, I
players.
love that guy.
We are trying to avoid having resellers take these tickets, so we are.
That
doing
was a
this
joke for us, not for you.
And we are we're not doing a lottery style because of if cancellations happen, we have to redraw and do lots, and people tend to give up once they don't make it through the first set of lotteries. So we try to make it simple. We hope that there's enough tickets. We
Eli just said,
feel like we've prepared
"Hey,
enough
when are
tickets
you
for
back? Put a
those who
bell
want to
on."
pre-order it. So
What?
あゆみさん
I don't know. Is
も
he asking me
こ
to put
こ
a
通訳しなくてよかったかな
collar
Sorry, I wasted your time. We didn't need translation here.
Like
ま
a
あここ
moo
日
cow?
本日本プレイヤー向けなんで
No, like
6
a
月
little
21
cat,
です
like,
お忘れなく
ching, 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 every
もう
time I,
間もなくなので
walk. Like Elmo
20
had
時か
one
ら
once.
ですの
then
で
Elmo had a bell?
一般
Oh, yeah.
発売もござい
But
ます
he
が
doesn't fucking need one.
ぜ
He's
ひ
so
ですね
goddamn
おでこ
loud.
行く
The
ぞ
main thing
という
about
方は
Elmo
6
that
月
blows me
21
away
日
more
土曜
than
日の
any
20
cat
時
I've
お
ever
忘れ
been
なく
around is that
よろしくお願いし
Elmo's
ます
the only cat that I can hear his
次
fucking
は
footsteps.
欧米の皆さん
I can hear his footsteps every single room in the house. I know exactly where he is at all times if he's walking
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Because he
Fucking
stomps.
stompy.
I can tell what, like, you know, in the room you hear him in the hallway, and then I can tell when he's next to the bed because he stomps up. No, not because he's big fat, because he's big uncoordinated.
Yeah, he fall down a lot. Just you'll hear like walk, shuffle, stumble, fall.
I was like, ha. Oh, he fell.
The European region, the ticket sales begins at
I thought we were gonna have to put a bell on him when we moved here,
So
but then I realized no.
topics. We will make a
Do your cats makes too much noise? Yes, just another muffin. Yes.
ということで日本の皆様はこのページでは見えてない。
When are the patch notes coming out? Give me a date. I'm planning a stream around it. You need to tell me.
Isn't this patch
さっき
now?
も
Nah.
日本向けのやつは日本のプレイヤー
Patch notes is a big list of
しか
nerd
購入できない
shit, even nerdier than this.
What the fuck was this?
This is the live letter. This is like baby nerd shit for baby big nerds. Nerds big enough to care about crafting, but not big nerd enough to read the patch notes live.
はい
はい。じゃあね次行きましょう。
はい
Let's move to the next.
Literally the day of early access? That's not true.
スクエアニックスセキュリティトークンファイナルファンタジー14漆黒のヴィランズバージョンのお知らせです。So here is a new Square Enix security token with the shadow.
These things suck.
design.
Don't get
という
these.
ことで、e ストアにて
Use your phone
7月
instead.
2日ですねに発売されます。北米欧州のリリース
Don't kick me.
と価格は後日。
That wasn't even a kick. It was like a touch.
Yeah, just like this isn't a
In
punch.
Japan, the release date will be July.
It
2nd,
wasn't.
Same as the Shadowbringers launch date.
Can't wait to turn this camera off and take my balls out, I swear to God.
Release date and price will be
They're so
announced
stifled.
shortly After on topics, please check back on the topics announcement.
It's like a crunchy removal.
はい。ということでよろしくお願いいたします。
そろそろ電池切れ怖いっていう人がねいらっしゃったみたいでちょうどよかった
はい。
はい
It seems people are starting to run out of battery
You know,
charge
you act
on
all
their,
like big
current
on
security
here.
tokens.
Yeah.
I think it's
But
really
like the
good to
second
know
the
what
camera's off,
those-
you're like, oh hello,
Wait.
sweet darling precious.
Yeah, because I
baby."
missed you, you
And
bitch.
I'm the one that's like, show me your fucking crunchy nuts, and you're like, what?
Crunch
I
these.
would
Reminder
never.
of the journey.
Then I take out my cereal bowl and I'm like, put them in, and I pour milk on them. And I'm like, delicious, delicious cornflakes.
Okay, this has gone way off the rails. I don't.
No, but seriously.
来週発売
What
で
the
す。
fuck?
そうね
It's out.
I just want to air them out.
Don't forget to.
Oh, do you want to air out your balls sometimes?
I
Or your
mean-
tits? You do want to air out your tits. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You
We
fan
all
them.
do.
You fan them.
はい。日本の
Yeah, motherfuckers!
5.0 のパッチノート朗読会を実施いたします。
Told you they'd give me a date.
4月27日木曜日の
No one-
I win. I fucking win.
No one's giving you
I planned for that shit. What's 19 hours Japan time?
from now.
No. Okay,
サーバ
Google.
ーダウンしてますね
What time is 1900 hours GST in EST?
Broadcasting information
Hey.
about we will
7 p.m. on a Friday.
reading for patch 5.0.
So, well, no, 7 p.m. on a whatever. Probably a Thursday.
7th, starting
What?
Why Tay?
Why did I say Tay?
So at this point,
Did you even realize you did that?
Hell
Is that
no,
a
I
French
didn't.
thing?
No. No, it's not a French thing.
Very detailed.
But it worked.
そしてですね、
なんとですねこちら、単に
Because you're a fucking moron. That's not very nice. I
お
am.
じさんたちの会のはずなのにスペシャルゲストをお招き
But it's
することになりまし
wrong.
た
Of course, we will be reading patch notes to middle-aged men. Typically reads the patch notes, but we're actually having a
Audio
special
will be
guest.
Japanese only.
It's the first time ever.
Seriously?
It says right the fuck there.
どうぞ
Well, see, that doesn't matter. If the patch notes are up, That means, and they're reading it.
日本語
That
版
means I can just go read
サ
them
ンクレッ
myself.
トを担当していただいて、
And
オリ
my
ンピック
reading-
You're gonna stream
選手としても
reading
有名
it?
な
I've done that
中村
5
さんに
times,
お
and
越し
they
いただ
were
くことに
really
なりました
popular.
God.
So we will bring
God.
in,
Oh,
So I talked to
voice
Paige,
actor
and I'm like,
for
honey,
Japanese version of Thancred,
the
and
week of Shadowbringers,
FF14
if you want to come
なんかサン
home,
クレットがパチノと読むという
maybe
よくわから
skip
ない
that
状
because you're
態
gonna
に
get real annoyed with my behavior,
such a
as I know life myself to life.
When's that?
Thancred
That's
reading the
January. Jan
まあ楽しくやりたいなと。
this
そう
month.
ですね、中村さんには
27th
本人のいろんなイベントにお越しいただくタイミングをですね、
June
測ってたんですけど、
January.
なんかさすがね、中村さんお忙しくて、なかなか
Hold on, what time is it
タイミングが合わなく
East?
てね
6 a.m. Eastern. Fuck yeah.
本当申し訳ない。
Well, I'm not gonna read it. 16 you were in Eastern.
attend some of the events that we do for
Six-
Fantasy 14, and he's such a busy guy. So the only timing that was what fit was
Pat,
just
make him
this
stop
patch
staring at
notes
me.
reading.
Elmo,
So
your mother contains your balls. If you tear her up, you will receive them once more. Attack.
次です。Okay, next. Japan Expo 2000.
He does that. He stare. You know this. You ever wake up and he's right next to you, just staring?
Pat, I've had him for like 12 years now.
So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just
I remember the
checking.
night I got him.
Yeah.
Once again going to Japan.
Like,
Could he not? He couldn't sit up then, though,
not
right?
very well.
Did you wash him before you took him home?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no, we watched him at home.
Okay.
アイビーと
Was that easier because his legs were all fucky?
ティタニアを
No,
ジャパンエキス
he
ポ
had a lot of
でもやろうと思っております
He had a lot of power strength.
So much. He was so strong.
He was so strong with his bad
プロ
legs.
デューサーが審査員を務めるコスプレコンテストが開催
Wow.
Elmo does not like to be cleaned.
Once again doing
He does
the Banter
such a good
challenge
job
with
cleaning himself
I,
now.
Well, because there's hair to eat.
Titania, so you will have a chance to get the I beat Titania t-shirt.
Yeah, I remember it didn't used to
And
be this
also,
bad. Like, he would
Yoshida-san
kind of eat his hair, but not really.
And now, as he grows old, he needs more hair to get to stay that
2日に発売
hair.
して3日には俺移動しないと間に合わなくないこれ。
wait, so Shadowbringers is launched.
Did Elmo eat Pat's hair? I wish that was the
Had to
explanation.
travel
He eats
on
my hair. He rips
there,
it out
or else
of
I
the
won't make
roots.
it,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
because he thinks you're his cat mama. So he's like, well, this is even stronger hair than my hair. Oh,
No, that's not true. He will not eat
俺
my
にだって
hair.
4週
Oh,
後
he just
に
wants to
連
rip it
絡が
out?
来るんだよ。
The raid is
Pat, go to the hospital.
for
Fuck
weeks.
off. This is because my brain is not good.
ああ、なるほど。フランスのホテルから。
Like from the hotel room in France, really?
インタレスティング。
Interesting.
わかった。
楽しみですね。
はい。
Okay.
Cat hair in my nose.
I have to. You always have to stay all the way to the end because there's always the chance that they give you like a trailer right at the last second.
劇場版光のお父さん映画ですね。
Wait, Brave Father Online is the movie version of Dad of Light, alternatively originally titled Daddy of Light.
Version of the Brave Father Online in theaters. Finally comes to the theaters in Friday, next Friday, June 21st in Japan. はい。
大変面白いです。
It is very fun.
で
This is the fucking weirdest cross media shit ever,
海外
ever,
の
ever.
っていうのも続いておりですね。まあ結構好感
This is a story about a son who reconnects with his dad, who they don't get along because they start playing Final Fantasy 14, and the son pretends to be like a cat girl or
To
something.
release this movie in the West as well, so
And it's
it
weird.
seems positive. The outcome looks prognosis. It's looking positive. So we're hoping that you'll be able to see the movie in the West very soon.
なんとですね、
はい
そしてこの主演のお二人から、
Oh no.
プレイヤーの
I'm
皆さんに
seeing
向け
a
てで
bunch of
す
shit
ね、
in chat that I don't want to see.
コメント動画を
あらやだ。
いただいているそうなので、皆さんで一緒に見ようではないかと。
And we actually have a video message from the two main actors of this film.
Oh, we have a
So
video
we'd like
message
to
from the
take
Daddy
a
of
look.
Light. Okay, let's see it.
どうぞ。
Go ahead.
光の戦士の皆様、こんにちは。劇場版光のお父さんで主演を務めました坂口健太郎です。
Brave Father Online is like the fucking worst title ever.
お父さんがいよいよ公開
Elmo, why? Did you see that shit? He knocked the controller
本日
down.
はですね、光のお父さん親子でファイナルファンタジー14の CM を撮影しております。はい。映画本編に負けないような楽しい CM になっております。仕上がりが私も今から大変楽しみでございます。
Have you ever
皆
seen
さんは
this?
ファイナルファンタジー14と
Would you like to?
劇場版
Hell no.
光のお父さんを
Have
よろしくお
couldn't
願い
have
します
less interest in this
Why?
fucking bullshit.
の前にぜひ劇場
Because
で
it's weird.
Why is it weird?
それでは
How is it not weird?
Isn't it just like father son like bonding over a game?
Yeah, except he's not. He's pretending to be a different person, and the dad doesn't know it's the son,
Thank you, thank you.
What?
and he's pretending to be a
お
cat
二人とも
girl.
ねゲーマ
And
ー
I want none of
ですから
that.
ね
Both of them are
Wait, doesn't
gamers.
one of your
I already
friends pretend to be a cat
ま
girl?
あそれが
That could mean a lot
孝
of
太郎さん
people.
は逆にゲームをほとんどやらないお父さん役を演じるのでかえって難しかった部分が
I already watched Sword Art Online. I don't need more of that
I
shit.
want McDonald's.
Paige, you ordered it like 5 seconds
こ
ago.
の持ち方が
I want it
すっ
now.
げえスムーズなんですよスッて
My belly hurts because I
その
was
辺もちょっ
sleeping.
と見ていただけるとなかなかね
And now I'm
ちょっと違った目線で見れてね面白いと思います
That's right,
Yeah,
everyone.
with
Sleep
these two
damages the
being
page,
gamers,
if not
and
filled with
so
McDonald's
Kotaro's
prior.
is going to be playing a father
The
that
McDonald's
never
numbs the
really played
belly
any video games,
so that
it
sleep
was
may
actually more
occur.
challenging for him to do that. And then for Sakaguchi-san, it's just the way he holds the gamepad is just so smooth. So I
so
mean,
cold.
they're fine.
You're in like a you're in the warmest blanket that's ever
Get a
existed.
different perspective from the previous iteration, but yeah.
さあこれで、
May I
今回のプロ
Yeah.
デューサーレ第52回プロデューサーレターライブすべてのお知らせが完了したのかな
完了しました。
Ow!
Sorry.
She hit. Ah, why? Everything Paige touches falls to
皆
pieces.
さん向けのお知らせですが、
ほ
日本時
Will
間
not put on
Craving
socks.
and cold, Gregart.
に日本の
God, I
日
hope
比谷
not.
Hello,
東
Gregart.
京の日比谷という場所の映画館でですね、光のお父さんの
This is my girlfriend, the Jawa.
I look like an evil witch lady. I have traveled many a moon.
To find only the most succulent and dankest of McDonald's.
For this crunchy ball, these crunchy balls.
And
Of course, the last
Delicious.
announcement was mainly geared
I'm
for our
from a-
Japanese audience. Do we
I'm
want to
from the-
translation for this or not?
I can't even do it. I can't even do it. I'm from the fucking the witch McDonald's, and I need the ball.
Had a pointy
I
hat.
need the ball crunchos for the toppings.
And a wand.
A wand?
Want to do it here? No.
There you go.
日比谷東京
なるほどね
Might as well be a wand down here.
今日
Oh,
の
I guess so, huh?
こっちの深夜便で
そうそうそう
帰れば
Oh my God! This got the
25
oh.
ぐらいの
I used to be able to spin this shit better.
Yeah.
So now
This one's too big, but I used to be able to.
and then we are taking a plane
I used to be
on
very
1 a.m. in 7
Dexterous.
hours.
Yeah.
Then we are
Now you are strong instead.
5 a.m.
ほうほう
そうすると羽田にですね
5
What the fuck are they talking about? I don't give a shit. Give me a trailer, you bitches.
12時お昼12時
Especially
間に合
you.
うっていうこと
ね
つま
Can
り
you tell how exhausted they look?
We can be there
Oh, yeah.
これだから飛行
They've
機
been like interviewing and showing off the game like for like 5 days.
着くならもっと早く着いてほしいしなんか
Bless you.
間に合う
ねこんなことになろうとは
You must
そ
go,
こしか空い
Paige.
てなかったんだね劇場がね
Yeah, go like that. That's cool.
まあうっかり
God,
ね
did
間
she
に合う
break
ね
it?
そうそうそう言ってしまった
言ってしまったんだよあとね
McDonald's have happened.
劇場の大スクリーンで
Is Paige not well? I don't know how to answer that question, Sleepy Marbo.
It was long
I don't know how to
time
answer that
our
question.
desire to play FF14 in a giant
Movie
screen
theaters have
on
screens. So just to recap, we're doing a live event, and he needs to travel like immediately after this, and so it's quite a rough schedule.
チャンスないですもんね
ないないない本当はね
Are you eating it in the fucking
8分
bathroom?
割して8人でレイド行ったりとかしてみたかった
なるほど
This
その
one
夢は
time,
ちょっとねさすがに
I
準
found
備がなさそうだって言われて
McDonald's cup in the bathroom.
でかい一面で生放送
Did you all hear that
で
shit?
わかる いと思うんです
Did
け
you
ど
all hear that shit?
What if I dehydrate?
Paige took a drink of food in the bathroom. You said you had a drink in the bathroom of your
Final
McDonald's.
Fantasy 14 on the movie screen. Ideally, we would have wanted to have a split screen of 8 different players playing at the same time, shown on the movie screen, but we didn't have enough time to prepare it. I hate it. Those ketchup. I hate it. People watching on the live stream might not even know the difference, but still.
まあチケットも30秒で
早かったですね。
500枚売り切れたそうで、皆さんありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます
The ketchup only moves to the fridge once Paige leaves. Otherwise, it stays in that spot for hours and weeks. Sitting there, creating a ketchup flavored spot on the armrest of the couch. Don't you worry that when you're drinking your soda in the bathroom that you're getting poopy poop particles in your mouth?
No, I just.
Of course, this tickets for this
Pat,
actual
it's like,
event.
do you
were
ever
really quickly,
like do anything in the
500
bathroom but
tickets
shit?
in,
Like
I take
the,
showers
movie
and
theater
brush my
in
teeth.
yeah, and
Tokyo.
I
Of course,
like do
Yoshida
my
will make it back in
makeup
time.
or
We will
fucking my
make it back
hair or
in time.
whatever.
But eating food in the
we
bathroom is
hope to
not
see the
okay.
theater event,
I
but those
didn't
who
eat,
did
I
not
just had a drink, dude.
purchase the ticket or were not able to purchase a ticket, or those who are not located in Tokyo, we
Paige,
will
how is your
live
big
stream
bag of
the
worms?
Yoshiki Sampo, Japanese
As
broadcasting.
Frostmask points out.
We're not sure what we're going to do there just yet, but there will be another live stream going on.
なので我々は、この後肉食って、ワイン飲んで、できるだけ飛行機で寝るように頑張るということですね。So what we should do now
Wait, I would never
is
put food in the bathroom. What are you guys talking about?
drink some wine.
That's disgusting. It's the worst thing that you could ever do.
On a plane.
ラーメン食いたい
I want some ramen.
Okay, they're now just starting to have a meltdown. They're doing that thing where they're just complaining about being hungry.
No ramen places open.
Someone
at
bring
5
them
a.m.
food.
よし
Okay, so
They're not allowed food until the game is done.
So 吉田さん最後に一言ご挨拶お願いします。
はい随分と長いまあ期間
Really?
まあでも長い期間とにかく
How hard could it
ちょっと
be?
僕その開発をギリギリまでその PD チェックっていうのをまあやって
We know about your bathroom candy.
そ
I
れ
would
が
never
終
keep
わるか
hidden
終わらな
candy
い
in the
かって
bathroom.
いう状態で一気にこうメディアツアーとかになだれ込
No,
ん
you
だの
haven't.
で
What the fuck are you talking about?
この4
When?
なんだろう2ヶ月
Been a
ぐ
while,
ら
I
い
found.
すげえ濃かった
Back in the
ん
day?
ですけどいよいよあと2週間
What do you mean back in the day?
Like back at the old place?
Yeah.
シャドーブリンガーズ
Oh, that's
リリースを迎えられるので、まあ、この PLL までやりきってちょっとホッとしてます
Well, the fact that you found it means I couldn't
So
eat it
for a
that
long
once it was in the
period of
bathroom.
time, of course, Yoshida has been working on doing the producer director review of the build, and he was trying to do it until the very last possible minute, and where we got to as far.
So Paige
as
was able to
we
get that
could,
straw
and
because
then
there's an empty
we
McDonald's
went
right
straight into
there.
the media tour where
Paige
we
looks like a
were,
depressed
sort of
Jedi.
having a very intense
Jedi.
period of time, and then now we're at this point where we are only 2 weeks away from Shadowbringers launch, and so being able to do this letter from the producer live and then getting through is just a sigh of relief just right there.
この4週間ぐらいはねほぼ僕が喋ったことをほぼあゆみさんも喋ってるのであゆみさんも本当にありがとうございました
And over the course of this 4 weeks, everything that Yoshida said, Aimi basically translated. So we've been talking about the same thing the whole time.
この先日 E3 のスクエアニックス
And if you're bilingual, this must be like the most
放送でもちょっとお伝えしたんです
annoying
けども
thing to listen to ever.
本当
Because
に
he just says it, and then she says it pretty much, and then he says it, and then she says it pretty much, and you're like, I hate it.
有料会員数が過去最高を記録したりですね、まあ、累計プレイヤー数が1600万人を突破したりと、まあ、普通の MMO ではなかなかない現象になっていて、本当にそういうところまで来れたのがとても嬉しいですし、そもそもそれって
People noticed you're eating the
プレイヤーの
bread.
皆さん、光の選手の皆さんのおかげだと思ってますんで、
That's
すいません
crazy. You know, that's where they store most of the worm protein,
Well,
right?
for me, I shouldn't eat it, but I don't care.
So we quickly mentioned about this during the Square Enix Live E3 2019, but our numbers have reached record highs before we even launched our upcoming expansion. Our active subscriber numbers are now its highest, and we have accumulated over 16 million players, and that's not an easily achievable feat.
I am Akiva asks, Paige, did you actually get McDonald's from the delivery man draped in your robes?
Yeah. And it can only be done because of the support of all of our players.
He knows you.
World, our warriors of light. So again, we
all
just
the
wanted to take
McDonald's
this
people know her.
To express our gratitude. Thank you so much for your support.
I think the darkest moment was when you like yelled at your phone, and I'm like, what happened? And you're like, the McDonald's I like to order from is closed. Now I have to order from the shitty McDonald's. They don't know me as good, so they get my order wrong. And I'm like, this is shit. This is
休暇も
awful.
ガンガン取ってですね楽しんでいただけると幸いです。
So over the last 2 years, not just the development team, but also the operations team, the marketing team, PR teams have been working really hard to deliver a game which we want people to enjoy.
So if I eat at a chain restaurant often enough that they go, oh hey, and they know my order, I don't go there for months.
Why?
Because it's shameful.
Take some vacation time if you need to, and just enjoy the content.
Why?
まあ運営規模も我々もなんか未知の領域に突入し始めていますが、アーリーアクセス正式サービス全力で我々ゲームをプレイするのを断念してサポートさせていただきますので、ぜひアーリーアクセス
Shameful to you maybe is directly preceded by yes Pat, I understand. Now people are arguing. Yeah, argument.
Entering territory where we have unexplored at this point in terms of the scale of people that are going to be coming in.
He's taking a shit and screaming at the ceiling and God.
Access, the team members here
Upstairs.
When you take a shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
hate it when I take
and
a poopy.
stand by for support.
I get upset.
In terms
I don't
of
like it.
the players. So this upcoming early access,
And it
as
turns
well as
off
the
all the
launch
lights
of
and
Shadowbringers,
takes
we
off
hope you
all of
continue
his
to support
clothes.
us.
Okay, really? Is it so weird to take all your clothes off to take a shit? Is that really so fucking weird? It's restricting.
Next time, we will see you in the first.
What are you doing in there? Getting limber?
Oh, everyone's like, it's really weird. Oh, did the stream just die or is it over?
No, I think it died because everyone's F.
Oh no.
You in the forest.
Oh, it's back. Oh, it's dead. Alright, well, they were all talking about bullshit, so that doesn't matter anymore. Let's move on to this. Hey, Paige, you ready for the big camera? You want to stay at the little camera?
I don't care.
In your
Whatever
drapery.
you want.
Alright,
I
hey.
don't know.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Hey, look at this cool power couple right here. Look at this shit. Yeah. Alright, let's thank the people and get the fuck out of here. And, hey, do you take my pants off when I piss out of the house? No, of course not. That's why I hate going to the bathroom outside of the house.
Wait, that's why?
Yeah. Because you can't feel safe taking your clothes off in the toilet.
Why?
Why can't you feel safe taking your clothes off in a public bathroom? Because somebody could bust in there and then you're naked. What a stupid question. All right, so
I'm stupid.
Jay kicked in $10. Thanks, Jay. Hey, Pat, yesterday was my birthday. I'm a little drunk celebrating now. Thank you for everything you've done. If you could have Elmo's amount in 14, would you? Of course. That'd be great.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Wizard Sloth sub 7, thank you. Flaggy64 sub tier 2 for 11. Thank you, Flaggy. Almost 1 year is pretty amazing. I want to say thanks for pushing me into 14 and giving a huge shout out to the sub Discord group. You have fun, you stupid idiots. Blue Tocho gave a sub to Mothman. Thanks, Blue. Enjoy your sub, Mothman. Use your shitty emotes that you now have. Cirrus Virus sub for 23. Pat, what's your view on the Ishgard renovation stuff UCP talked about in the E3 interviews? I think it's an interesting thing for crafters to do, but it remains to be seen what it'll actually do. Game Freak Zero sub, thank you. Octorian kicked in 1100 bits. Says, but it saves time though, Pat. No, I'm not eating in the bathroom. Skeleking kicked in $5. Thanks, Skeleking. God Hand 2 ever gets announced, I'm going to bully Kamiya if it's called God Hand 2 Godfist. He probably wouldn't be involved in it at all because it's a Capcom property and he works at Platinum. Jojo Piero used 500 bits, says, I spent extra money on bits just to ask you both. What the fuck, guys? This is 2 minutes old, so it's very current.
Oh, man.
It makes me feel comfortable to not have worldly attachments when I'm